I'm tired.
I am feeling, what's that Swedish word for cozy?
Morgan.
Huggy, huggy.
Huggy.
You know,
You're feeling huggy.
you know what I'm talking about.
You're strapped into your Huggies, bud. We got it.
Yeah, I'm pooping my pants. That's what's going on tonight, y'all.
I'm in a weird, like, kind of tired because of lack of busyness, and like that boredom tired.
Mm-hmm. What up, Stealth King? Checking in. We're checking out. We're giving up this week. We're mailing it in. Us and Charles. Some of us more than others. But we're happy
pop
that
my
Swan...
chat out, and I'll be ready. Driving home in a blizzard.
Oh, dip!
I like that
I'm
you're
glad
still
he's-
chatting.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, right. Like
driving home, it's a blizzard. I'm gonna put on Twitch and text chat about it.
And be active in the chat.
I've done that before.
hey, you do it. I feel like you do it every Dragon Con, every recording. There's another bear in the road.
It's true.
Only when he records with Anthony are there
it's
bears
weird.
around.
Yeah.
Heyo.
No, that's not even a
seriously,
sex
That's
thing.
not. Yeah, that's not a bit. That's really what happens.
Seriously, Stealth King, please be careful.
Yeah. Don't crash. I'm imagining that he pulled over under an overpass. You know how when like it gets real fucking bad and you have to do that, like you have to wait it out.
Drive fast. Take chances, Stealth Kings. Make Christmas memorable.
Oh God.
This is a Christmas the kids will never forget. Yeesh.
Hey, where so a buddy just sent me a text. He's like, "Where can I get some anime posters?" I was like, "What?" And apparently someone sent him a Christmas list, and they want these like random ass anime posters.
Etsy.
No, like by Christmas.
eBay.com.
Nowhere.
Draw them.
It's literally almost Christmas Eve.
The only thing I can think
game
of is
store, maybe.
I was gonna say
Like,
FYE. If you've got an FYE
maybe
or
a comic book store.
Right.
Hot Topic was my only suggestion.
Yeah.
Oof.
I
Spencer's
told him to go to an
Gift?
anime
Do they
convention.
have those still?
Do they
Yeah. We have a Spencer's.
No, Charles. Merry Christmas, everyone. Also, Stealth King in chat reminded us what fucking overpass. Dude lives in the middle of nowhere. Like if you drew like 0-0, if America were on a full grid, is basically his house.
Ah.
So he raises a good point. There is no
Right.
overpass. There's nothing to pass over.
Where does he
Like-
live? What is that? Kansas?
Iowa.
Iowa. Okay, close enough. All right. I guess Phil's up first. You guys ready?
I'm rocking my dots.
Ew.
Oh, snap. Show me them dots, boy.
I'll
Ew.
show you my gumdrops any day.
No.
Your ooey gooey gumdrops.
My cold hard gumdrops. Let's see them nips.
No. That's wrong candy, sir. Wrong candy.
No caps with the little sprinkles on them.
Oh, I just want candy.
I have so much
I
candy
need
in
to
this house, man.
Yeah.
I need to stop
this.
with the candy.
I had two of those Reese's trees today, but the ones that I had the Reese's Pieces in them.
Okay.
Yo,
It's so
they're
good.
better than I thought they would be.
Yeah.
I was expecting them to be less good.
I opened up a gift on stream yesterday from a friend, and there was 3 boxes of dots in there, and I ate 2 of them.
Mike, I've seen those, and my initial thought is like, that's too much. Too much with the Reese's
I
Pieces.
feel you. I didn't think I would like it.
No, I don't have a limit comes to Reese's. Like, no, just more. Always more is better.
I'll tell you surprisingly what I did like. I'm with you, Emily. Surprisingly, what I liked were the thins. They were they were pretty good.
I won't try the thing.
The fast break. I went on a fast break kick for a while in college. I can't imagine why I had so many health issues.
What did I have? Does Reese's make the Take 5? Is that?
I mean, Take 5 is a candy bar.
With the fucking pretzels in them?
No. Then I might be thinking fast break. I got this like snack kit for Christmas, and it had one of those weird Reese's things, and I was like, I'll try it. Again, it was good. We should probably get started.
Yeah, you're literally eating into. We are eating into a topic that I'm about to announce.
All right, y'all. I will start the video, and Phil, it is on you.
Let's get dangerous.
You're listening to Almost Daily Discourse with your perfectly adequate hosts, Tony P., Charles, Mike, and here with today's topic is Phil.
My God, the jingle bell.
Yo, welcome back to Almost Daily Discourse, a podcast about pondering. I am your humble host, Philip T. Keating. And joining us today, a guest. We've had her on before. She really stirred the shit pot and kind of burned every bridge on her way out. But yet, when you can't find a guest to come in with 12 minutes left before we go live, here she is, a swan named Emily Swan.
Miss America.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, it's lovely to be here.
So, today on my topic, we're talking about weaknesses. What is something in your life that if you walk by it, you have to do it? You have no choice. You have no self-control. It's kind of just like, I know I shouldn't, but I'm going to because they're right here. For me, it's donuts. I cannot walk around donuts. Now, I don't buy donuts, and I don't bring them into my house, but, like, if I go to my boss's house or, like, a friend's and there's donuts there, I'm having two. Like, I don't even care if they're old. Like, oh, these are 6 days old? Great. I'm just going to eat this donut real quick. Oh, it's going to kill me and probably choke me to death? Don't care. Gonna eat it.
Thank you.
There's no such thing as an old donut. Like, it's just not as fresh.
Just like a biscuit or a cracker at that point.
It's no longer a donut. It's now like a scone.
Yeah.
Look, Forge and Winting in the chat. You microwave it. Like, there's no discussion here.
Goblins don't own microwaves. I ain't doing that. I'm just gonna eat it raw.
Am I a goblin?
For a while, warm it up under there and then eat it. That feels goblin-y.
No.
Or put it on top of the coffee and let it like get that coffee reheat.
Oh, that's something different. That's too fancy for me.
This isn't my first rodeo. Now we're just talking donuts. So forget everyone else's weakness.
So I mean, is that everyone's weakness? It's a weakness.
30 minutes.
Donuts?
30 minutes about donuts. I went to a Christmas light show here in Georgia recently, and they had a donut stand, and I was like, "What's that about?" Just one giant donut. It was like probably like this big, $5. Just giant donut. A little drier than I would have liked it to have been, but I ate it.
Hell yeah, you did.
Let's not get silly. Pretend like I didn't.
Well, I love the talk that you have with yourself, especially if there's a big box of donuts. They're like, nope, you know what? I'm not going to have that much. I'll just cut this one in half, and I'll just take a half, and that'll be fine. I'm like, that's precious. I'm absolutely going back for that other half and possibly an entire other donut.
So that's the
I
problem.
I don't even lie to myself anymore. Like, I got 10 fingers. If I can fit 10 donuts onto these puppies, I'm going to.
Rings, the fucking, like, you make your own infinity gauntlet of
Kiss
donuts.
yeah, I go around just saying "kiss the ring" to myself as I eat the donuts off my sausages.
It's a different jelly for every gem, you know, like a lemon, a raspberry, a blueberry. I pardon me, but I'm gonna say this: the half donut thing, in my experience at my workplace, is a woman thing, and I'm not being sexist. It's just that's what I've seen. And the first time I've seen this, it was a team of women. I was like, who the hell left half a donut? And they're like, oh, no, I'm only want half. And then someone else can have the other half. I was like, no, that's not how. I was like, a donut serving is 2. So if you want half, eat 1.
Oh, you know what?
That's what I'm gonna
just,
tell myself the next time.
just to freak people out, if I ever cut a donut in half, I'm doing it like a bagel from now on. And I'm just going to take the top.
Oh, that's so terrible of you. I love it. It's so dastardly.
It is,
the-
especially
oh.
with the frosted ones. Like just
Yeah, like a chocolate frosted.
I thought you were gonna say I'm gonna cut it like a bagel and then like put some cream cheese and then close it back up.
And then eat it? I mean, I might be down with that. I mean, cream cheese is
hate
another
cream
one of
cheese.
my fucking weaknesses, man. Like, I love it.
We're not talking about weaknesses. Look down below you. It's just
Okay,
donut talk.
so
Yeah,
we'll
so is it
savory donuts are just bagels.
Bavarian cream or Boston cream? Like, where do you land on the
Philly
different-
cream.
No.
That's a whole different thing.
Because a donut. We get it. A whole different thing. Good job.
So I think the cutting the donut in half move in an office is fucking genius because no one's gonna touch the other half of that donut.
Wrong.
Not if you do it right, because if you break it so that it's not cut, then it looks like some motherfucker just took a bite.
You're right. I take that back. These in my workplace were knife and fork cut in half precisely. To which I watched them cut it. I took my donut and then took the half a donut that was still there. I was like, what are we doing? This is too much work. I'm just,
I'll do a 1.5 donuts with my first go because that doesn't seem excessive. You know what I mean? Like it seems like, oh, okay, Mike really likes donuts. And then because I broke the half instead of using the knife, I get to come back later and take second half of donut.
I got distracted by Forging Winton's joke that I'm not going to read, and got a little confused with which half you take. I just take them all, dude. Like, and then I'm with you.
Double donutting.
Oh,
no.
I mean, no.
I won't at the office. Mike and I have corporate gigs. You don't double office on the first go, or you don't double donut on the first go. That's unacceptable.
I worked in a bank, man. I mean, I cared nothing.
Bankers don't have hearts. That makes
No, we
sense.
don't. We didn't. No,
You know what I mean?
And that's
Like-
another thing is like
About that.
I ate so much food while working at the bank because people would just bring, oh, look, the people at the bank, they're our friends. They want food. So like every day we'd have like a different arrangement of terrible things to eat. And at that point it turns into the Hunger Games and you have to get in there before everybody else gets in there.
It's rough at those work potlucks, work food events. This really wasn't supposed to be all donut talk, but in the chat someone mentioned Fortune Winton mentioned Nutella, and that's another weakness. There's not I'm not so all right, so much like Phil and donuts, I don't buy Nutella. I don't bring it in the house. I have absolute self-control when it comes to Nutella. But I was making a dessert or something a while ago and I needed Nutella and they only had the big one. And I was like, but I can't buy the big one. That's not going to work.
You went to Costco, Tony. What did you expect?
They only had a crate.
They only had the big one. I looked. And so, yeah, I'm not proud. In fact, quite honestly, I'm a bit embarrassed and ashamed at what happened to that Nutella. But we'll get to that when we get to resolutions.
But him and
fuck
the
it,
Nutella
Tony.
were the same age, so it's okay.
At least when the Nutella was made.
Right.
Yeah.
It wasn't-
Oh, I did get the Nutella sticks in that snack box, so that was the first to go. That
Those are
goner.
dangerous. Like I discovered Nutella when I lived in Spain. I had never had it before. And one of my roommates was like, "Oh, do you want some?" And I'm not gonna say no when somebody offers me something in a country I've never like lived in before or whatever.
That'd
right?
be
Like,
rude. Be totally
it'd be
rude.
super shitty. And then I had it. And then I was responsible for buying it because I was responsible for eating it. All. So like it got to the point that, like, this is speaking of fucking like stuff you're kind of ashamed about. It got to the point where I bought a jar for the house and I had a jar in my bedroom so that they wouldn't judge me for how much Nutella I was eating
Hey,
at home.
bud, I know you're straight edge and shit, but that's what addicts do?
Oh, I know. I know, Philip.
Yeah. I'm just going to hide this Nutella bottle in my room. Nobody has to know.
in the
Mike
back.
wakes up, goes out for a shower. He's got fucking Nutella all over
All
himself.
over me. Yeah.
He
Fall
looks into the
asleep.
mirror, just, whoa, man, I don't even recognize this guy anymore.
Fall asleep, covered in Nutella. Wake up. What happened? There's like a fucking hazelnut haze. What's going on?
I was
That
gonna
was
go
me.
with you hit hazelnut rock bottom. Just I can't do this anymore. I don't know what is my life. I can't keep doing this.
I tried all the store brands to find the best one
Ew.
because real Nutella is expensive. And so I was buying the cheap stuff because I couldn't afford to buy the real stuff and keep up my consumption.
Cocaine is too much money. I will become a crack addict, sir. That's what you
Look,
just told everyone.
I'm just saying, fentanyl's cheaper, faster, you need less. Anyway,
I just see you cutting it with like Hershey syrup. Like, ew, don't. Yeah, but just it makes it last a
make it
little bit
last
longer.
Dude, so Mercadona has the best. Like if you end up in Spain and you need a replacement Nutella because of cost, Mercadona, the best grocery store, also has the best store brand Nutella.
Are you telling everyone you're a drug hookup while they're in Spain?
Yeah,
If you're
yeah.
in Spain and you're a little short on cash.
You gotta hit up the Mercadona. That's their theme song. That's
Nobody
the whole
knows
theme
that.
song.
But nobody knows that.
But it plays at
That's the
full
whole-
volume inside the store on
It
repeat.
does. Yes.
inside my
Uh,
head constantly.
So like they do the ad for like, oh, this week this is on special, and then Mercadona. Just
Is that the X-Men's theme?
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's my weakness.
Pork chops on sale. What? Swan, Emily, what is it? A food weakness? Do you even have a weakness? Is it
Oh.
cheap colored pencils, or are we just keeping it going with donuts and Nutella?
I mean, I definitely have food weaknesses, but I could move off of that a little bit. No, when you talk about colored pencils, it's not colored pencils, it's office supplies. Like it's like that office supply aisle at Target is dangerous because I want all the different pens, I want all the different like binders and notebooks and no, it's bad. It's real bad. I have to be really careful because I don't need them. I have plenty here, but I still want them. But
What do you do with office supplies?
Dude, I'm half expecting Steph to burst through the wall right now with like a me too! Like just right through the back here. She's recording a patron episode for Adventure Incorporated podcast, a 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons podcast. And she is
Patreon.com/
Adventure Inc.
There you go.
Well,
you got
yeah.
to fucking plug it, dude. Come on.
So I feel that, but also as we are in, like, we'll say that same like big box store, it's the given the really good slap to those bags of mulch.
Ooh,
I
slapping the mulch bag.
cannot stop myself. It's the perfect sound. Like it's my
Yeah,
own
like-
ASMR.
Now you get it. Now you understand.
Emily Swan as a
I've
person.
gotten in trouble.
Mulch
No.
slapper.
You understand why? Why sometimes you just gotta just. Now you didn't have to say like the expletives. I think that's what got you in trouble at Target. You know.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I,
man, I was
Dummy thick mosh.
I get the office supplies, so
I couldn't be in Home Depot anymore.
I was just at my office and I only have like 3 days left. I could have got you some office supply. What you need? Some reams of paper?
Notebooks.
Post-it notes. Post-it notes. I love post-it
You need
notes.
some post-it notes? I got you.
I have so many fucking journals in this office because I just keep buying them. And like when school supplies go out and they all hit discount, ooh.
So good. It's so good. They put them in bins, like
no.
bins that are my size. And my brain says, if you climb in there, there's a chance you won't be able to get out. But I weigh that very, very thoughtfully because it's like, might be worth it. Maybe if I damage them, I take them home.
What are you guys writing in these books?
Well, that's the thing, Tony. Nothing.
They're all
Tony,
empty.
I bought this about a year ago. This is my my Grail diary. There's nothing in here.
Yeah, that one looks like it needs like the combination to a safe or something, or like
a secret vault.
Even on my Christmas list to my mother, I was like, "Oh man, look! This is a waterproof notebook for all those outside rain writing sessions I have. I need that. So like, if I'm outside writing in the rain, it's waterproof. Mom, I need that. I need
one of those and a space pen so that I can write upside down while I'm being
for shower
waterboarded.
thoughts. Yeah.
Okay, you joke. The shower thoughts are definitely like that's where I get a lot of great ideas. And I was like, I did invest in the crayons that you could write on your shower with. Not as satisfying as I would have hoped.
God, just get a
Whiteboard?
Echo Dot or something, and just take an audio recording.
Yeah, see, you're using your logic there. No, so
Yeah, we live in the 20th century. But El Hanley in chat did say there's a monthly box you can get for journals and pens.
Don't tell me that. No, so I bought this amazing sketchbook when I was in Harry Potter land in Florida years and years ago.
Oh, that set you back about $50.
It was actually not bad, but anyways, but it's gorgeous. Now, I want you to know that it is a cover. And inside where the sketchbook is, as long as you buy the right size, you could replace the sketchbook in there. Ask me if I have ever drawn anything in it. I just keep it and I move it around the house. Like I'll set it by my nightstand. Like I'll draw on it if I have. No, I won't touch it. I will draw on lined scrap paper before I will touch that. I got nothing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do not suffer the same affliction for office supplies, but I do love a good notebook. And like the shittier and hipsterier, the better. Like Phil, I've got one of those like leather bound notebooks. They're terrible to write in. The paper is garbage. It's this like hand pulped bullshit, which just means that it's like not good.
It's garbage paper.
Yeah, it's awful paper, but I'm so excited about it every time. And I use it as a prop when I'm like DMing for like friends games and stuff like that. Like I'll pull it out and like pretend to read from it. There's nothing in it. Spoiler alert, guys. I'm not reading notes or like anything I've prepared. I'm making it all up. But the physical like presence of the book, everyone's like, so like I feel that.
This dude looks like he has some Da Vinci blueprint on how to make a flying machine. Like that's what I expect. Or like what's the man, Da Vinci's man, Meticular Man? You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, yeah. Or that, like, I need to know every body part. Like, there should be something in those journals. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Embarrassed.
Well, I don't want to. I don't
know what it's called.
No.
I don't want to lower the value of the notebook by writing in it, Tony. Like, if it's got to have some resale value in it.
It's gonna be collectible one day.
Turning around a notebook. Yo, this is a good notebook. You're gonna want it. Like,
you slap the cover. Look at this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
the Vitruvian Man.
Yes.
I can just see you in the wilds of Gettysburg in, the far future, 2024, when everything has completely gone to shit, trying to trade this notebook for like a Reese's cup, a donut,
Reese's Pieces.
I was gonna say Mike's notebook has like top generic Nutella brands. Guys, you need to know this. I'm telling you,
this is collected knowledge. Yeah.
I've tried them all.
Scribbles of a serial killer of just like different bottles of Nutella.
Written in Nutella.
Well, what about you, Tony? Tony, what's something that you can't just like let go?
Dude,
yeah,
it's probably,
other than like Forging Winton said, random wires and cables.
And to correct him on that, it's not the cables, it's the returning it. Like, I'll buy it and I'm like, I'll just keep it's only $10. I'll just keep this. I'll need it one day. So other than having to leave the house to return things, dude, it's probably food, man. Like you hit the nail on the head off the jump with those donuts. When the donuts start increasing, I'm like, man, I've had a lot of donuts lately. That's when I know it's like, all right, I need to get this in check. That is my rock bottom. Like, I had donuts at 4 a.m. All right, it's time to. Nope, can't do that.
Myself.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was
go for a run.
When I was working the Pennsylvania Farm Show, we were set up right across from the Maple people. So like I had to smell like maple donuts and maple against Canadians. Just look at these.
Oh, they weren't brown people. That's what I thought you were doing there. I was like, dude, don't call them maple people, Charles. So they're Canadians that make maple products.
Maple cotton candy, maple hard candy. Those maple donuts. Ugh.
Did they have the bacon on them?
Yes, of course they had the bacon on them, man. And I got to stand there for 12 hours for 2 days? Like, nope.
I would go there. You don't go there first? Like, let me just eat this and get it out the way.
No. It's like, I'll go to my stand. I'll set up. I'll go right over to the maple people, get a half dozen, bring them back to the stand. And everyone's elated that I have brought donuts for them. And then I continue walking past through the curtain and I eat all 6 donuts by myself.
Covered in maple and bacon. You wake up 2 days later and you're like,
Phil?
Fucking farm show's done? Oh man, I made the right decision again.
It happened again. Oh God. Dude, when I heard this topic, this was not where I thought this was going. And frankly, I am shocked that we have not discussed my biggest weakness, bullets. They're incredibly, like, I just know that, like, I've got certain strengths in this world. I do not have a single bullet resistance. I know that if I encountered a bullet, it would fuck me up, fam.
And here I am, like, I'm thinking, like, well, I guess he's got an extensive bullet collection. Like, he just goes to ammo shops and be like, what's the rarest bullet you have, sir?
No, I just know that it would go right through me.
Goes to the top of the shelf, takes down an old dusty box and blows off of it.
Yeah.
This is a 50 cal from 1943. It's a single bullet, right? A 50 cal.
50 cal, yeah, like this big. Here you go.
Yeah, I'm definitely allergic to that one for sure.
What So what do you got? Can I offer you this leather notebook with these Nutella brands listed in it? You ever find yourself in Spain?
Yeah, I don't do the American knockoff Nutellas. Only European knockoff Nutella for me. Thank you.
Another thing, real quick. I know we're running out of time, but if I'm in a town and I see a used bookstore, I have to go into it. I have to. I'm not even looking for books. I'm always looking for books, but I'm always looking for books I'm not going to read, just so that I can bring them home and put them back there. But I always have to stop in just to see what they got and what weird stuff you can find in there.
Do we got a cool shop in Columbus if you ever find your way here?
He means if you ever get lost and end up there.
Hey.
Nobody
Let me write this down real quick in my notebooks.
I dare you to write that down in that notebook.
Yeah, it ain't.
I fucking dare you, Phil.
And done.
It's not.
Do it.
That's
for my
not
Christmas
worth.
present.
Not worth the bit. Not worth the bit to write
the bit.
in that book. No.
For Christmas.
Phil, I think that might be it.
All right. I didn't know if anybody else wanted to bring something in real quick before we outro.
No,
I feel like we set the bar high on donuts.
Yeah.
Like we can't, after donuts and notebooks, we just can't like crippling anxiety about if I'm ever good enough or if I'm ever gonna impress,
Right.
Get married or make my parents proud. Like, no, we're past that.
My
we're past that
weakness
now.
is my
We're on
father's
donuts.
approval.
Yeah.
Well,
never.
My weakness is knowing that you're still alive. Hey, we're coming towards the end of December, and I'm still going to keep doing this because somebody might still need to hear it. So if you're not feeling great and you need somebody to talk to, you can call someone at 800-273-8255 or just text them 741-741. 10 minutes of your time talking to somebody could change your entire life. So take the moment, reach out, and work through whatever you need to work through. 800-273-8255 or text somebody at 741-741. And we're almost through 2020. Now, you may say the sequel is going to be worse, but let's wait until it comes out, and then we'll make judgment on it. You can follow me all over the social medias at Imaginary Nomad, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram with a 1. If this does come out tomorrow on Christmas Eve, I'm doing a Christmas Eve stream with my mother. The Keating family reunion, as we play Untitled Goose Game. Does my mom know what that is? Not at all. Is she going to complain the entire time? You bet your balls. So check that out. We're looking at like 9 p.m. Eastern over on twitch.tv/Imaginary Nomad. And if that fails and kind of goes sideways, we'll just switch over to Jackpot games. So a little bit of interaction with the chat. It should be great. I bought her some wine, so let's see if I can make her drink all of it on stream. Even though she'll only want one glass. We'll see. 'Tis the season. You can follow the show on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Spotify, and TikTok at Almost Daily Pod. Leave a 5-star review where you can. You can support... nope, we don't have a Patreon yet. Never mind. Scratch
Yet.
that. Keep your eyes on the feed for some changes coming in January. We might be putting some addition onto the RSS feeds. This has been Almost Daily Pod. Up next, we're going to talk a little bit of Christmas cookies with Tony P.
Spoilers.
Yeah. I mean, it's a stinger more than a spoiler.
Well, I didn't
right,
know
so-
what we were going to talk about.
Well, you got
Stealth
official
King
show
still-
notes.
Still has 7.5 miles to go.
Well, he's lucky because he's now got 30 more minutes of food talk. So get ready. even more
So
cream.
hungry.
I just want cookies and donuts.
Well, I'm glad you came back to get that text number, dude. You could also Google it.
Either
I'll
way.
take- I'll take your download.
or just text
Or
Phil.
text me. Yeah.
Either way, if it was needed, I'm glad it was there.
Yes.
Mhm.
We, as a family, are very grateful to the people at the suicide hotline. So, yeah. 2020 is a hell of a year, friends. And I am very glad for all of you.
We've talked after the show where it's like, oh, it's such a hard left where we're acting silly about Nutella and then getting serious, but it's something worth getting serious about. You know, we all really are serious about it. Although I know we're all a bunch of clown shoes. You know,
What
for that
I'm
we
a
get
Jolly
serious.
Freddy Cougar tonight, dude. What are you talking about?
Is that what I thought it was like a
Or
Ernie?
it's
Yeah.
Arnie, the strongest man
Yeah,
in
I
the
thought
world.
it was Artie. Yeah, I thought it was Artie.
Oh,
I have that on a
shit.
shirt. I can go get that.
God damn. Ugh.
Well, I
I
also
might-
think, I mean, I know, like, talking to a few people this year, like, I've had to go through some big stuff with my family, and it means that we can't get together as an extended family, and we can't talk to each other, and we can't comfort each other like we normally would. So having even just this community and that connection helps a lot, because if not, you're just alone at your place dealing with your shit, and that's not always happy.
Kit Kat, you said imaginary nomad and imaginary mom. I'm changing her Twitter handle tomorrow when she gets here.
That's brilliant, by the way.
Yep, that's really good.
Well,
Why
if
didn't you
that's
think
not
of it
available?
first?
Well, because she built her own Twitter account.
Or
Imaginary no mom. If
And-
imaginary mom's not available.
Imaginary momad.
Mom mad? Mom mad? Yeah, that fits better for her.
I like imaginary no mom 1.
That's also funny. Yo, I went to like sign up for TikTok and somebody's on there as imaginary nomad. Like I went fucking taken. Like I went insane. Like I don't know who you are. I don't know where you're from, but I'm going to find you and I'm going to kill you. And I'm going to rip out your beating heart and have you stare at it.
So Phil's last stream for the foreseeable future
Yeah.
will be tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, yep.
Before he heads off to jail.
To prison.
Right.
Hey, at least I'll get free healthcare in room in prison.
I don't know. They have been executing people lately before the term's up. It's like, let's get a couple of these executions in.
I've been getting a lot of pardons in too. So they're just
Yeah, what side do you think you're going to be on?
the winning side.
Got it. So execute it. Hey, let's get this show started. You guys ready?
Sure.
Yep.
Fuck it. Let's do it.
Nobody's ever going to get more ready. Like, we're not going to go
Right.
prepare.
Yeah. What? Google a goddamn Christmas cookie?
You are listening to Almost Daily Discourse with your perfectly adequate hosts, Charles, Mike, Phil, and here with today's topic is Tony P.
Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to Almost Daily Discourse. This is a podcast about pondering, where I'm joined with my Trash Panda family and the Trash Pandas in chat, and we talk about just random stuff. We ponder it. Mike almost didn't make it. If you're watching the live stream, he came diving in at the last minute with Nutella on his face.
I had to go use the Google machine to find out what a Christmas cookie is.
The Google's in the other room. I'll be back. So to
You
that,
keep yours in the same room?
No. I have a stand, like a Bible stand, like a dictionary stand, so you can open it up and yeah.
The old
Um,
print version of Google. The
I like to think of
catalog.
it's just like a ticker that they would have stocks on. You just ask it questions, and the paper prints out in a long.
Like in a weird. Why is it always in like a weird glass jar thing that prints
You
it
need
out?
to protect Google. Like that's
Okay,
that's
that makes
yeah,
sense.
that's the firewall.
Ah.
It's like
that's-
the glass in front of your fireplace, you know.
Because Google's so hot.
No glass in front of my fireplace. See, I just looked back at the green screen. So what we're talking about today, randomness. I thought we were going to have a different person on the show. I had a topic picked out, and then I panicked. So instead today, we're talking about Christmas cookies. Christmas is coming up. At the time of this recording, it's Christmas Eve. I think this comes out maybe actually on Christmas Day. Man, no one's going to listen to that. So let's talk Christmas cookies. Do you guys have like favorites, traditions, ones you like, ones you don't like? We dipped a toe into the donut pool the last episode, so we're kind of going to keep that going. I haven't had a Nutella cookie, so we may not get too sidetracked. But what are your standards? Do you have the regulars that you go to every year? I'll open up. My mom obviously makes some sugar cookies. Those are a go-to. These maple pecan things that are pretty good. And then the wedding cakes. You guys know the little white ball Mexican wedding cake things. That's what we call them. They might be Italian thing. Philip really is Googling cookies.
Yes. No. It's what I thought you were talking about. Yeah, no, I know those, man. My grandmother used to make those all the time.
I'm looking at you on the computer monitor, like, you get it, right? This guy.
I do. Those are terrible. The Mexican wedding cake cookies are just garbage. But I'm not a cookie snob. You can't be when you have a body as fine-tuned as mine, molded by the hands of donuts and cookies. I'm kind of like Mike, where I'm not gonna spend time with these subpar cookies. That's why peanut butter cookies, garbage, right in the goddamn garbage. Especially if you have like a Hershey Kiss on top of it. Yes, kiss it to the floor because it's going into the garbage. But I get down with like butter cookies. I get down with gingerbread cookies. There's nothing I love better than like a hot tea, a little bit of honey, and a gingerbread cookie, man. I love it. That's my jam. I'll even put that cookie in the tea, kind of soften it up a bit.
Like an old donut.
Like an old donut.
No, old donuts, I just eat crunchy. I don't care.
These are just big Cheerios at that point.
You've never had a crunchy donut? Come on. Now I'm that guy. I'm like, oh, look at this guy. No, just me? Okay. Who doesn't like? So you don't like peanut butter cookies for Christmas or just at all?
At all. I hate them.
What?
And
With a
peanut
little
butter
fork
is
imprint.
literally like peanut butter is one of my weaknesses. Like, I love peanut butter. Don't fuck around with the fucking peanut butter cookies.
Have you just had bad ones?
Unless every peanut butter cookie I've ever had in my entire life has been garbage and the same.
I mean, I don't know. Like, if you've only ever eaten one peanut butter cookie, chances
Like, is
are
it just your mom? Like, the only peanut butter cookies I've had are my mom's, and they're gross.
You leave the imaginary mom ad out of this.
And she's a baking specialist, and she likes hockey. And now that she's single, she's looking at that gritty. So I wouldn't fuck around with her.
Who's not
Tony,
looking
you
at
hear
gritty?
Wait.
Gritty,
No, we're moving past this too quick, Tony.
Yeah, of course we are. I saw where you were going.
You could be not just his cousin, but also his dad.
Stepfather.
Yeah, you
could make him call you dad, though.
Father cousin.
Imaginary dad. I'm changing my Twitter handle tonight.
Imaginary dad.
Cookies.
Speaking of cookies, L. Hanley in chat worked at the cookie place in the mall, which I knew. I just totally forgot. And her dad would get the well done peanut butter cookies. See, that's a hookup. You wouldn't take those, Mike?
No, you gotta
good, little extra toasty.
No, you gotta pull them out while they're still gooey. Like I like my peanut butter cookies the same way I like my brownies, which is unbaked. Like give me like the like the kind where the kind where like the top is crispy and the bottom is crispy and the inside is like basically still ooze. That's where it's at. You know what I mean? Like like a lava cake consistency, but it's not supposed to be.
Just Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2.
Yeah.
Right in there.
The secret of the peanut butter ooze.
That's a little gross. But Swan, do you have any like special Christmas cookies that really mean the holidays to you?
So there definitely is. And it was weird because for the longest time, my family never called them sugar cookies. We always called them form cookies. So the ones that you actually like cut out and process. So like it was always form cookies.
Fair.
I was so excited about form cookies and they'd look at me like I was crazy. But that was very much like my grandparents coming to visit and my grandmother bringing a tin of them and, sneaking them and eating way too many. And then for years we would make them. And obviously I loved the decorating part of them, but I also loved the raw dough because it was so good. And I had a great system for like stealing little pieces of the raw dough while mom's back was turned because she had to watch the cookies so it didn't burn. And then my sister came around and my sister would tattle on me. So I'm what? By the time she's 4 or 5, I'm 15, 16 at this time. And she'd be like, Mom, she's eating it again. I was like, shut up. And she's like, it's not healthy, but raw eggs, blah, blah, blah. And then the flour and all that. But yeah, so now that I can make it on my own, I'd never make them. But I didn't realize until that my mom actually doesn't eat those cookies. She doesn't like them. She literally just made them for us to kind of carry on that tradition. So those are very special to me, and I really enjoy them. Also the pizzelles, those flat like wafer waffle type looking things.
Oh, they're so
Tony,
good.
you don't know. Yeah, you don't know what she's talking about because she didn't say pizzelle.
Oh, yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah.
I needed the hand gesture
That's
to
right.
really bring it home.
Yeah, Swan, I don't know why you didn't just bust that out,
She's
right.
German.
Oh.
Yeah,
that
no.
makes sense.
But everyone can do a good old Italian hand. Hey, speaking of German Christmas cookies, what you know about that Lebkuchen? You guys down with some Lebkuchen?
Now I'm Googling.
I was
Phil.
gonna say, we've done some prune kuchen. That's where we usually go. We do a fruit.
Mm,
So
no.
there is kuchen, but sorry.
That's wrong. The Lebkuchen is more like gingery. Phil,
It's a
you
ginger,
would dig it.
and it's got a glaze on top of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be right
Oh.
up your alley, man. Sometimes they
Yeah,
have a little
yeah.
jelly in them. They're like most, at least German sweets, European sweets, they're not as sweet. Like that's an American thing, just sweet on sweet on sweet, and then Nutella and then a donut. So they're not as sweet, but they're pretty tasty. Sometimes they have a chocolate bottom if you want the little bottom de chocolat.
What about the oh gosh, now I'm gonna blank on the name of them, but they're the caramel waffle thing, and I can't.
Stroop waffles?
Yeah, the Stroop
Yes,
You might have-
yes.
waffles. I prefer just the regular pizzelles. There you go. Yeah, I don't want my caramel in there with the Stroop waffle.
So since we're
Tony-
all friends here,
Before we move off Lebkuchen, I found a recipe online that says it takes 120 hours and 25 minutes to make. Is that true? Do
I
I
have
need
only
to put in
purchased
three full-time weeks of work to make
It's a lot
these
of time to
cookies?
prove. It's a lot of proving time.
Like
that you bake at
You
400
start-
for like 15 minutes.
For
But
you start
25
on
minutes.
Thanksgiving so that they're ready by Christmas? Is that what I'm
I don't-
reading?
I don't ask the questions. I just go to the Christmas villages
But it's your topic.
and get my Lebkuchen. Yeah. Let me just give me the Lebkuchen. Well, do you know how long it took? I don't care, lady.
Sounds like
Here's-
your problem, ma'am.
Yeah. Is Germany, are they on the euro or are they on the
Yes.
when I was there it was a mark. Here's just take the marks, lady. Yeah, but it took, don't care. Keep them coming.
Took you
I like to think that
120
you're
hours
just
to
eating
make
them
it?
at the counter as they're just like a fucking cookie monster. And
Throwing
she's
the
like,
money and taking
"Oh,
them.
I know the money's good, but sir, please have some dignity."
He didn't even chew that one. He just swallowed it.
They see Tony coming from across the market and just start up the conveyor belt, and it's like the I Love Lucy episode.
No, as soon as the 23rd hits, they know. Like, it's their Christmas tradition. And they're all just watching the clock and watching the door until Mr. Henderson appears.
Oh, God.
Yeah, no, I mean, all of that is accurate. I have
He
nothing to add.
destroyed them the year he moved away. Just
They
devastated.
had just stacks of them, and the women in the poor shop are just like terrified because there's so many they don't know what to do with.
That's
What
why
are we
they
gonna do
tore
this year?
they tore the wall down, became one country. There was a whole like economic crisis about it. It was crazy. It's just not the same. You can find Lebkuchen in the States, obviously. You can get them at like Aldi and stuff. So yeah, I'd recommend it if you guys haven't tried it out. I had something else totally on my mind, and now I can't remember at all.
I'm sorry. I was shocked. 120 hours is so much. Like, you're what? At that point, you're 1% an expert in making Lebkuchen. Like,
Fortune Witten in the chat said I was on one side of the wall. The cookies were on the other.
Oh, it's the Doctor Who movement with him and Rose.
Which explains, I was like, Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. They're like, what? Why?
And then you did the Ich bin ein Berliner, and you said you were a
Yeah.
donut, and full circle.
It all came together for the holiday.
Tony, do you know what Italian honey clusters are?
Not by name.
Okay, so why don't
Do
you
the
Google
ham.
them real quick?
I'm on
Oh,
it. I got to
sorry.
run to the other room.
Honey clusters.
Bring out the
how do you know?
They're like little dough balls that would be stacked into like almost a tree formation, and then drizzled with honey, and then thrown sprinkles on it.
No,
So my
I see them.
grandmother-
I have not had those.
Oh man, so like my grandmother used to be the Christmas cookie baker of the family, right? She would make maybe 12 different kinds of cookies and have them scattered all over the house. So like I don't know most of the names of what I
On the ground.
yeah, just waiting for Tony to come and pick them up, but he never did. But this
Where's
honey
Cousin
clusters,
Tony?
Can you call your cousin?
get your cousin up here. But these honey clusters, man, was something that when she passed away, so did like the recipe for them.
Oh no.
So like my grandmother was very stubborn with her recipes and would never write anything down, or like a good Italian woman, she would change the measurements in her recipes that she had written down so that nobody could get it correct if they ever got a hand of those cards.
That's why you need a leather bound notebook. There's the cipher. The cipher is in there for what the measurements really mean.
But these honey clusters were always my favorite, even though they were literally the messiest thing I could be eating as like a 6-year-old boy. Just sticky hands, and then everyone's dressed nice for Christmas, and here I am, proto goblin, just going around touching all the. Well, thankfully there was, okay. Thankfully, the Christmas spirit behind me just knocked a lot of things off my walls. Thankfully, since it's an old Italian house, all the chairs and couches had a good thing of plastic on it, so I couldn't ruin them. But man, those honey clusters, though.
It's just Steph trying to bash through the wall to get those honey clusters, Phil.
I was gonna say it was your grandma. Like, I didn't mess up the recipes. That's all.
Don't be talking shit.
That's right. Eat them honey clusters, you little goblin.
Proto
Eat
goblin.
'em. Proto goblin. Excuse me.
So for St. Lucia Day, which is December 13th, Steph makes Lucia cats, which are like they're a saffron bun, basically. Yeah, I know it's Christmas cookies, Tony. You don't have to bring the prompt up again to remind me where I'm supposed to be. But
Did you say Lucia cats or cats?
yeah, cats.
Cats like
Meow.
meow meow cats? Okay, got it.
Yeah. And so she bakes these cats in the oven for 12 minutes or so until they're inside.
3 days. They take 3 days.
But so like her mom had shout out, by the way, Katie, if you're watching, I love you. But her mom makes these and they're just not that good. And so Steph Googled a recipe that just like knocked her moms out of the park to the point that Steph was like, hey, mom, you might try this recipe. And she did. And her dad texted Steph to be like, yo, thank you for that recipe. These are the best I've ever had. I never got it before.
They've been married for 44 years.
And he just never said shit. He was just like,
And that's why they were married for 44 years.
I love the Lucia cats, babe. Like,
Sounds like a band.
When are you gonna make some more of those Lucia cats? Oh, I gotta wait. Ah, man, counting down the days for Lucia
I like to think
cat.
that in the cupboard, like old Halloween candy, there's just a plethora of old
old
discarded
Lucia
cats.
that they give to the children that come to the door,
Yeah.
just like Charles. Where is Charles?
Discarded child eating Lucia cats. So Charles had an emergency call. When I say call, I mean an ambulance call he had to take. But here's the thing. Hey, we're gonna talk about that real quick, and then I got another cookie. We got a message bit last minute. I'm in South Carolina. It wasn't that last minute because you got to South Carolina. Like, I need to know before you get there. That's all I'm saying. So, and any of you guys,
it's like a 4-hour drive at least, right?
I need what I want. Where's
So
like
I was
Stealth
going to
King.
say Stealth King joins the chat in a blizzard to let us know, hey y'all, I care about you. Charles just fucks off to South Carolina whenever he wants to and doesn't tell us about it until he's already there. Fucking
Probably eating donuts.
Somebody has to work on this holiday season. I stand with you, Charles. He told me yesterday. I did nothing about it.
All right, so
wow.
this may be a corporate thing. These come up a lot, but I'm sure you've had to have seen them. What do you guys think? In chat, I want your opinion too, because it's either a yay or nay. There's really no gray line on this one. Those grocery store sugar cookies with like the inch of frosting on top of them. You know what Mike knows what I'm talking about. Mike, you've got those at work, haven't you?
Oh my God. The worst. And even worse is when they print the logo of the company on like a disc, like a disc of like fondant or like a wafer
like
or
edible
whatever.
paper. Yeah.
Edible plastic. Let's be real.
Like I got 12 of you for $2.99. Don't pretend to be fancy, Forge and Winton in chat loves them. L. Hanley's child loves them. I got a thumbs down from Mike, a thumbs down from Swan, a thumbs down from Phil. I gotta be that guy. I mean, I don't go buy them. Like, man, I really want some of those soft, cheap sugar cookies with an inch of frosting on them. But if they're there, I will enjoy.
I won't even eat them. I won't even eat them if they get there. Like if somebody bought, like I've been given them as a present, like from my like employees before. They go directly in the trash.
Man, that's a crappy present, by the way. But
I look at them and I go,
Merry Christmas. Here's some red and green poop.
Right? Just
I got you a subscription to the Cookie of the Month Club, though, Michael.
Okay, but
These
there's
were kind of a gag.
like eating experience where somehow with whatever chemical mixture they have in them, it evaporates all of the saliva out of your
Yeah.
mouth.
Yeah.
And it coats it. So that fondant coats your mouth, and then you're trying to like masticate this cookie enough just to get it down. That's not fun. Like, I like cookies, but no, that
Yo, Tony, if I walk by and they're there, I'm taking 2 of them.
Taking one and cutting the other one in half.
No. I'll put one discreetly in a pocket, and then I'll just walk around and eat the other one.
Well, because it doesn't matter if it's been in your pocket; it's going to taste the same.
Exactly.
They hold up.
They hold.
You
They
know.
hold their shape. Yeah.
And so anyway, what I was saying was, and that's why I'm not too concerned about the COVID vaccine, because I've eaten enough of those cookies. L. Hanley in chat thought we were going to talk about the Danish cookies in a tin. So let's do it. I feel like at this point, you guys know my response. I mean, it was my weakness. We already talked about that. I'm not going to go buy Danish cookies in a tin, but if they show up,
You know when they're good, Tony? With Nutella.
well, yeah, but everything's
that
good
shit
with
in there.
Nutella.
Yeah, but then once you're done eating the entire tin by yourself, you could feel shame, but then also you feel elation because you have a new tin that you could store things in.
That's right. A
So it's
secret
like-
surprise tin.
I'm doing myself a favor to get more organized by eating all of these Danish cookies alone. That's
That's
So
my
then-
ration.
Rite Aid, and they had them one year, and they were the smaller tins, but I was like, oh my God. And literally the thought process in my brain was, oh, I really like these cookies. And immediately after that, it was, I'm going to put so much sewing shit in here. Like the level of excitement of I now get to eat down the cookies, clean out the tin, and put my sewing things in it. Like that was the thought that went into buying that tin specifically.
Emily, how are your grandkids? Like, I know they don't call. I know they don't text.
Oh.
But how are they?
Oh, Jesus. It's like
Is
the
that-
popcorn tins, man.
I was
used to buy
just going to
those.
say, I got some popcorn tins for you.
I loved those popcorn tins, man. But I
Is
also
that-
don't feel shame about finishing an entire tin of popcorn by myself.
Yeah, no, I think popcorn is a shameless snack. I think cookies have a shame
But it's-
intrinsic to them.
It's caramel corn.
No, I know.
And
Or the
it's-
cheese corn.
And it's like a gallon of it. Like it's,
Yeah,
lot
but you
of-
don't,
Go
you just
salty
don't
then
feel
sweet,
bad.
salty then sweet.
Yeah.
And you don't notice how much you ate until you're halfway through your tin. And then you say, well, I've made it halfway. I'm not going to be that monster.
I'd be a quitter if I stopped now.
was that a wait? Are we fist
You're
pounding
supposed
or
to fist bump me. And you missed.
solidarity?
Yeah, there we got it.
Boom. All right, this got weird. So those watching live, it got weird. I suppose the audio was probably a bit weird as well. So apologies for that. That will not be edited out.
Nope. I hope you enjoy it.
That's cookie craziness. Just the cookies went to everyone's head.
It's more of a fact that they should not be listening to the podcast, and they should show up here live every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern over at twitch.tv/almostdailypod.
I think
Rain
you should do
or
both.
snow or
I think you
sleep.
should watch us live and then listen to us when you miss us during the week. Just like I
and
do.
then watch us live again. I like it.
That's right.
I like
Every
it.
time I miss you guys, I turn on an episode and I'm like, why the fuck do I miss these clowns?
Why
Aw.
why am I still on this?
I can't believe I'm still doing this show.
You should drive to South Carolina. Apparently, it's the way out.
Just on a whim, fucking whenever I want to. I don't have to do the show anymore if I just drive someplace.
I assure you, if I don't feel like doing the show, and you guys know me well enough, I'm just going to tell you, hey, man, I'm not doing it tonight. You going to South Carolina? Everything okay? No, everything's fine. Everything's, in fact, great. Even better now because I don't have to do the show tonight. All right, last cookie question, unless anyone else has anything else. Raisins. There's this big thing on the internet lately. Mike, you look like you got something. But there's this thing on the internet lately. It's kind of like the pineapple on pizza. People are fired up. There shouldn't be raisins in cookies. Oh, when you bite into that cookie and there's a raisin. Bleh. First off, how do you not know the difference? I've never once been fooled. Even as a child, I don't get faked out. I know what I'm about to eat. If it's a chocolate chip or a raisin.
I've only been fooled the other way. I'm expecting an oatmeal raisin and I get an oatmeal chocolate chip. The fuck?
Hold on.
Now,
People are making oatmeal chocolate chips?
Yeah,
you know,
dude.
not a
No
fan.
way.
Not a fan of
No,
those.
Fuck that.
It's like Trail Mix, the cookie.
Mm.
The movie. Trail Mix, the cookie. The movie.
The movie.
No, yeah, it's too much. There's just something about the texture of the chocolate chip and the texture of the oatmeal that does not go well. It
Yeah,
doesn't
it's
doesn't
bad.
work.
But oatmeal raisin, delicious.
Yeah.
I am pro oatmeal raisin cookies. Fuck the haters. They're wrong.
Take that, haters. I hope you're listening tonight. Hope you
God.
tuned in.
Go to bed,
Just-
Benjamin.
The only thing that I wanted to bring up is we didn't talk about just chocolate chip cookies for Santa. We didn't talk about M&Ms, like using the red and green M&Ms instead of chocolate chips in just a regular ass cookie. Like
Oh, you
The-
fancy.
the fucking pure joy of a standard cookie that just happens to be eaten at Christmas time. That to me is the realest gift that you can give someone. The reminder that year round Christmas is in our hearts. And
What?
cookies.
Did I just hear a bell ring?
I'm just
So,
saying.
Mike, I do love chocolate chip cookies. That's not a family tradition in my house, but usually I'll get friends or coworkers that's like, hey, I made some chocolate chips. And I'm like, that's what's up. Little on the salty side, chocolate chip just slightly on the salty side.
Yeah.
That, sir, is, as the kids say, what is up? My kids are 30, so
40?
that's
Yeah. My kids brought down the Berlin Wall.
For cookies.
and as the kids say, that's the bee's
Mr.
knees.
Gorbachev.
That's rad.
I think that might be it. Does anyone else have any other cookie chat? Now we're not going Girl Scout cookies. That's another episode. We'll save that. We'll save that for the spring or fall or whenever those come out.
How are they gonna do it? Like I don't want to get into it, but like I'm
Drone.
scared. I'm nervous. Tony, I need them. I know it's another topic. I know it's later, but
It's time for them to finally get to online ordering. That's how they're going
And
to
you
do
put
it.
in a troop number.
I don't even want to do
troop
that.
number
Troop-
69 is gonna get so many cookie orders. Troop number 420 is
Tony
gonna be
69?
Yep.
They're gonna be
And
neck
winning-
and neck at the end.
winning the trip again. Troop 420 out of Seattle, Washington.
Denver, Colorado's own Troop 420.
I got to do my outro, man. Now in my head, I'm like, all right, got to come up with some Troop 420 bits. Let's go. But I got to do an outro. Thank you all so much for listening.
They
Throw
only
my
sell
banners
green
up.
mints, the thin mints since they're in the green boxes.
Where my banners at? Throw my banners up. There we go. Yeah. So, you know what I love more than Girl Scout cookies? Hey, I'm gonna get serious for 2 seconds. It's hard. But my friends, man, I was thinking about it recently. I got a new video coming out tomorrow, dropping tomorrow at youtube.com/Tony P. Henderson. And I just want to take a minute to wish all my friends well over this holiday. I have a lot of friends ranging from like super close friends to people on Facebook that I kind of think I maybe met once at Dragon Con and I forgot who they were. but they're
Sup,
all
Bean?
still in my they're all in my friend circle, and I really appreciate everyone. And we did make it. We made it through 2020, believe it or not. I'm of the opinion I'm not the most optimistic person, and with that being said, I'm of the opinion it can't get that much worse. Can it? Come on. So just a shout out to all my friends who've made it through the year, made it this far. You can find me on youtube.com/Tony P. Henderson, where that video is coming out. You can also email us at almostdailypod@gmail.com. You can find us on Twitter, Facebook, the other social media, insert social media joke bit here. So yeah, hey guys, you're right, Forging Winton. I did. I totally jinxed it. So good luck with that. And with that, Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas to the Almost Daily Discourse and all the trash pandas and everybody out there listening to this. I will get my cookies in 2 days. Do not fear. Coming up next, we have Swan, I think. Swan, we're talking some Swan stuff. So stick around. We will be right back.
So, are we going to go with that banner or are we going to update it?
Swan stuff. He fixed it.
It's less good now.
Okay. I'll be back.
Yep. It's
long
break.
time. So if y'all
Swan
need drink
stuff.
refills,
Yeah, I do want to drink, actually.
Candy. I want candy.
I want some cookies. Oh, actually, I do have a small cookie waiting for me.
I'm ready for it, Tony. Give me.
No.
Imagine if I just had a cookie like right here and I was just waiting for this bit.
After those 2 episodes, you really think I'm the one to give up cookies?
Winton's getting a Guinness. In my head, he's still 20, so he's stolen that Guinness from his dad. Forging Winton. Bean.
Getting a Guinness. Got it.
Yeah.
I did not see the chat.
He's 22 now. Big time birthdays for
Worked out.
that like 400 foot tall man.
I will go get a Le Croix.
Well, shit, I'm gonna hang out with chat then. And shoot the shit. So anybody, you know what? Let's do this. I'll make myself nice and big. Filling the screen with my own face and my own mustache. Sorry. How's everybody doing tonight? It's the Christmas Eve. I have not wrapped a single present. Steph, I am sorry. I will be wrapping presents shortly, but I haven't yet.
That's what Christmas Eve is for. Dude.
Kit Kat, me too. But you're gonna have to wait for Phil he just quit. So sorry, you don't get Phil at all.
Yeah.
Oh, we can
no.
just do this. Now
Even
we're
better.
Now it's just you and me, dog.
Just the two of us. We can
The
make
pros.
it if we try. Just
The
the two of
professionals.
us. You and I. Do.
Yo, I do not miss weather like Stealth King is dealing with right now.
And we're about to talk about it, funny enough. But that's why
God, what is with people in spoilers tonight? Jesus.
Isn't that part of why you moved?
Yes. Yeah, we'll get into it for sure, but it definitely is part of it. Today it was 78 degrees. It was awesome. We drove around with the windows down. It was rad.
We're 55 in Georgia.
Swan's back. She can hang.
Okay.
We were just kicking Phil out was the gist of it.
Yeah.
You do have to get Charles's intro, who I'm just going to take him off of an intro if we keep this up. I think it's played more for other people than it has him.
So I was thinking we probably need one that's just a like
generic.
And up next is our special guest.
with a face silhouette and like a question mark.
Question mark. Exactly. Yeah.
I like that.
We could just use any of ours, really. Any of our faces. They're so perfect. They're all so perfect. I can't wait for merch where our faces are a sticker pack.
Oh yeah, it's coming. It's
Do
coming.
it.
People are going
Um,
to do awful things to them.
Yeah,
Just as
I
just to
encourage
be
it.
very clear.
I encourage it. Take a picture of me and I'm down for it, man. So there's this woman that works at my work, whose last name is also Henderson, but she married into it. And so again, same joke, like, oh, we were probably cousins. But that was the
Turns
extent
out.
of that was the extent of the joke. We're not really that close. We don't talk that much. But for her birthday last year, her team found a bunch of pictures of me and put them on her desk. And I
Did they
don't
think y'all were married?
know. I don't know what. So it's an in joke with her team. And I have no idea
that's weird.
what the in joke is. She and I are not that close. And to this day, I don't know. I got a picture of it somewhere, but it was like podcast art, a picture of me from Avengers, a picture of me from some commercial or something. Like, I guess they got it on my Facebook. And yeah, I don't know. Like, I have to, I don't
That's
want to
weird.
ask her.
Yeah, no,
I
that's
don't
weird.
want to
dude.
ask her.
Really,
And I was
really.
like, we work at the same, we're like 3 floors apart. People see me around. They know who I am.
I'm gonna see that. Yikes.
You know what? I'll follow up next week. Yeah, no, Stealth King is right. Fucking hell.
Dude. So
And again, she's
honestly-
married. We've never, it's not like
you're
either
leaving,
of us-
Tony.
we're interested in each other. Yes, I am leaving. And
You can pull that like, yo, what the fuck?
and that's why I was like, I'll follow up because soon I will be gone. And cause I'm like, I mean, if you're trying to holler, let me know. You know, like I don't know what I don't know what their household rules are. Like, let's chat about it. But dude, look, no clue.
Fucking weird. I'm gonna get a candy bar because it's taken Phil forever.
Candy bar.
Yeah, man. Go get you a snack.
I was gonna say, Tony, it was actually funny because I was working on some artwork for ADD before I got the message that was like, "Hey, what are you doing tonight?" And I'm like, "Nothing. What's up?"
I think Phil was trying to spare you. I think he mentioned, he's like, I think she has a lot of work to do. And then
I like hanging out with you guys, though.
but not if it's gonna keep you from working, but it is good to have you here.
Well, I mean, part of it was, and I mentioned it on my own stream, but like literally my mom called me and asked how like set I was on celebrating Christmas on Christmas Day, because she's like, we're not really ready yet. How would you feel about pushing it back to like Sunday or Monday? I'm like, Mom, I don't care. So I've got days. I've got plenty of time. So
No, I'm ready. All my parents' gifts are here. Yeah, as I mentioned, I think last week on chat, Christmas Eve is my wrapping day. So I'll
it always makes me laugh at that because we like now that I live on my own, I kind of take care of stuff. But when I still lived with my parents after college, not super religious in any stretch of the imagination, but there was the church where my dad's parents used to go to had a really great Christmas Eve service, but it happens at midnight. But it's got this, great pipe organ. Like it's a lot of music. And that was always a big thing that I liked.
midnight mass, right?
Yeah. They're, Presbyterian, so it's not quite as crazy. But yeah, that.
Gotcha.
But it was great because then we would come home and like when my sister was little, she'd go to bed and each of us would post up in a different room wrapping gifts for each other. So like, mom would run out to to her car to slip something to me so I could wrap that for dad. And then like that was really fun. we're up until 1:30 in the morning or something like that. But so that was a good time.
You're muted, Phil.
I
You're
was
muted.
up till 2:30, 3 o'clock last night. As you can see, I have my card table back there. This turns into Rap Station. And I just threw on a Twitch stream and started going, and I'm going to do it again when we get off here.
I was telling Swan that'll be me tomorrow. Christmas Eve is my rapping day. I'll put some movies on. I've been wanting to check out Jingle Jangle.
We're gonna watch.
Might put that
tomorrow.
California Raisins on. Got to put some Ralphie on. And I don't want to put it on in the background, but I also want to get that Love Actually in. And here comes Steph barging through the wall again for the third time.
The repair bills are going to be insane for us.
That's my plan. Ironically, I set an alarm for 9 a.m. because I don't want to sleep in tomorrow, and it'll probably take all day. It's like 6 presents. No, maybe like 10 presents, and it's literally going to take me like a 24-hour cycle because I'll do like 2. Go ahead, just go, Phil. Just go. I'll do like 2 and then take a break or something like a weirdo. Put a movie on, eat some lunch, take a nap.
Nope, I put on while you were sleeping the other day while I was working because that's a family favorite. Got some art done.
Yeah, we're gonna watch Jingle Jangle tomorrow. I'm excited for it.
I hadn't noticed until you just took off your headphones, Phil. But you have very Noel Fielding hair right now. Like very Noel Fielding hair.
On your mark, get set, bake.
More eyeliner.
Yeah, if you did a little bit of blush and eyeliner, you'd be like,
I'm for it, guys. Let's do it.
Yeah. No.
It'd be a great Halloween costume.
That nobody would get but me, but that's all I care about.
Oh God, he had the
after
one
2020?
Dinosaur Jr. sweater that was
that Dinosaur Jr. fucking sweater, dude. I need it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say after 2020, I feel like he's gonna be a way bigger household name for America.
And then the Boosh will come back, and I'll be happy.
Imagine.
Watching a Big Fat Quiz Show. I've had that on in the background, and there was an episode with him and Russell Brand that was just bananas, and it was amazing. I was like, I'm not getting any work done. I'm just watching this because this is wonderful.
I'm gonna watch the Boosh tonight as I rap.
So a friend of mine is friends with his brother.
The guy who played the shaman, Nobu.
Yeah. Nobu, yeah. And like friends so much so, in fact, that she was like, "Oh, we went to Vegas," and I was like, "What? How'd you become?" I met him in a con, and basically told him that an expletive that I'm not going to share on the air, and he was like, "Yeah, no, thank you." And then we've been friends ever since. But they're like legit, like buddies. Like, hey, let's meet up and go to Vegas.
That rules.
I need to get him on the show.
Right?
Okay, wait. Do I have 1 second? I'm gonna go grab one more thing.
Yeah, take your time.
God, Swan.
Phil only needed an hour to Liza Minnelli it over there.
Smoke cigarettes.
Ah.
Yell at a mirror.
Get it together, Phil.
Come on, Phil. You got this, baby. You can do this. Do it for Mama. Make Mama proud.
Oh, that was so Mulaney. My poor heart goes out to that guy, man.
Oh, well, look, man. It's funny because
I had
it's
no
not,
clue.
It's not funny, but it's funny
Hey.
because it's great that he is taking the steps that is needed for him to get help.
Yes.
Right? He
Yes.
knows, like, hey, I've been an addict for 20 years and I've been clean, and I know it's not great right now, so I'm gonna go get help. I was reading a little bit about it. Like, quarantine really fucked him up, and like him just being at home, not being able to work, has like led him to slip back into drugs and alcohol. The funny thing is I live right next to a rehab center, so John Mulaney is next door right now. I mean, there's only because he's in Pennsylvania for rehab, so obviously he went to Shippensburg to get clean. So I'm just gonna go over there and yell until I find him.
My lady!
I'm
Okay.
looking for
Lady.
my brother. Is my brother here?
You know he's my brother because we sound the same.
My name is Chet Mulaney.
Fortunate to yell for the horse. I had no clue that he even dealt with any of that, and I'm with you, Phil. Like, yeah, it's easy, you know, when you see it, it's always news, but it could have been the other story where it was like, oh, he fucking OD'd or something, you know.
Yeah.
So he knows, he's taking care of it, he's doing what he needs to do and handling it.
Well,
You know, so
you're
like
not
you
wrong,
said,
Tony,
kudos.
because like fucking alcohol and cocaine are fucking complete opposites, and even though it's not heroin and cocaine, alcohol's still a depressant. So like,
Yeah.
it's scary when you mix the two, and where your body goes with it.
And yeah, also to your point, like you said, man, this pandemic, the world has been garbage. So that's for everyone. And then, like you said, some people, you know, you're stuck in the house, you're a social person, you don't see people. It's rough, you know, that's hard. Even for introverts, you know, like it gets old. Like it's like, all right, that's, you know, I'm an introvert, I'm not a hermit, you know, there's a difference. So like for me, I joke about becoming Howard Hughes, but I'm not there yet. Like yet.
Not yet.
Yeah. I don't know if I can get down with the pissing in the buckets, man. That's the part
Little Mason.
I'm like, yeah.
You can piss where you want.
You have two
Nobody's gonna see
buckets,
it.
one full of piss and one with confetti, and then you rip toward those people and you throw the confetti one at the people, but then you mess up your buckets, so you just throw piss on everybody.
Classic. Hey, you guys ready to do another episode?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Unfortunately, it's
Sounds
Emily's episode. That's not the unfortunate part. The unfortunate part is I have to use
Leave that
Charles's.
intro. Please leave that intro.
I
Unfortunately,
have to use Charles's intro, but Emily, you can just. Are you comfortable just kicking it off yourself?
And you have to do your best Charles impression when you come into the show.
That's true.
No, I'm not ready for that.
No, you have to.
You have to. He didn't even jingle jang. Oh, my fault.
You're listening to Almost Daily Discourse with your perfectly adequate hosts, Mike, Phil, Tony P, and here with today's topic is Charles.
What is up, Trash Pandas? Rock on a podcasting. Can't. I'll work on it. I'll work on my Charles.
You know, you're killing it. Keep going.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Yeah, because what I'm known for is impressions. Hey, if you don't know me, hi, I'm Swan. I'm not Charles, but I'm here tonight. I got 15 minutes before show started, said, hey, come on. So here I am. So, yeah, hi. Welcome to Almost Daily Discourse. We're going to talk about shit. Nailed it. So I'm bringing a topic, and it's related to the holidays, whatever holidays you are personally celebrating. And I'm curious to know if the weather outside, however frightful it may be or not, I know we have a person in chat tonight who's dealing with very frightful weather, but is it important to you to have that Thomas Kincaid, like snow-covered winter for those of you who've lived in areas with snow, or if that is not a part of your holidays at all? So I know for me, I've lived in the Northeast for most of my life, so snow has been a part of it. Honestly, I have more memories tied to Halloween and snow than necessarily Christmas and snow, because that's usually when we get our big snow. But I like it. I like the look of it. I like how, the lights look and how the trees look. And, I lived out in the country, so we had a lot of nice snow, picturesque stuff. But now as an adult where a snow day isn't built in and my car freezes shut, I'm a little less excited about it, but I'm curious, like, what does that mean for you guys for your holidays?
I love snow at Christmas, on Christmas. I also moved 1,800 miles away because I was tired of being cold. So, I don't know.
I'm glad I deferred to you to provide some entertainment there.
Because honestly, I think waking up in the morning on Christmas morning and you look outside and it's just a blanket of white, fresh snow is like, it's such an amazing, wonderful feeling. I also really like that today I wore sunglasses and short sleeves and I drove around with the windows open listening to Melikaliki Maka. And it was wonderful.
Chickadee chonk. Oh wait, wrong song. Wrong song.
Yeah, they don't play that in Austin. It's super weird.
I think I saw snow. I was in snow for the first time. I think I was like 10. It was in Germany. I saw snow for the first time. I was like 8, but it was at an airport, like in a terminal, and I was like, "Oh, that's snow! Oh, snap!" Because up until then, it had been foreign to me. It had been the thing of like TV shows and movies, like that's not real. So yeah, I saw snow for the first time when I was 10, like I said, in Germany. So a snowy Christmas, that's never been a thing. I think maybe once we had snow in Georgia on Christmas, but it was flurries. And like we've had in my time here, maybe like 3 or 4 legit snow days in 15 years. But yeah, every now and then we'll get flurries and it's like, oh man, it's a big deal. And everyone buys out all the bread and milk and they panic.
Well, I remember about 2 or 3 years ago, you guys got less than an inch of snow in December, and your entire highway turned into Mad Max Fury Road, and there was car accidents everywhere.
Snowmageddon.
Yeah,
was a couple years ago. It was worse in Atlanta than it was in. So I live 100 miles south of Atlanta. It was really bad in Atlanta, so much so that yeah, you're exactly right. People just left their cars on the side of the road. Like, yeah, peace out. I can't make it. I'm gonna walk. Like, what? Cars were sliding down hills. It was like day after tomorrow. And you're right. It was maybe an inch of snow. But Atlanta and the smaller southern cities in Georgia, they're just not prepared for it. They don't have trucks. They don't have salt. They just roll the dice.
Yeah. In Austin, the first year I moved down here, it was like there were like 3 or 4 snowstorms. They were really ice storms, right? It was shit. It wasn't fun winter weather. It was the gross stuff. But being from Massachusetts originally, I was like, oh, this will be no problem. I'll drive through this and I got this. I'm going to go to work. I'm going to get paid double time. It's going to be great. Show up. And someone, like, as I'm driving down the road, I see headlights in my passenger window. And I'm like, oh, that's weird. I'm on the highway. Those shouldn't be there. And then a car passes me, like, perpendicular. So, like, it's sliding sideways like fucking Tokyo Drift or something. And then cuts across all 3 lanes when it finally catches traction again and smashes into the divider like on the left side of me. And that was the last day I drove in winter weather here because I can do it, but they can't. And so that was a learning lesson for me. I thought, oh, this is a skill that every human has. It's not.
Even where I live, it's not. I'm in Pennsylvania. We get snow every so often. It's nothing like New York or Massachusetts or even Maine, but we got 8 inches last week, and I went outside to the store when there was about 4 or 5 inches down, and I was like, I got this. We're all fine. And like people were going 15 in like a 45-50. And I was just like, what are we doing here? I understand you want to be safe, but it's also not safe to be going at this minimal speeds. So I was just surprised again that even where I live, people can't drive in this.
Dude, in Georgia, and we've kind of taken a slight left here, an involuntary left. It was the ice, and we kind of just glided over. But So last week, the weather said there's a ever so slight chance that it could possibly maybe snow on Christmas if the conditions are exactly right. And people are already like freaking out. Like they'll close the schools the day before. Hey, it might snow tomorrow. All right, school day or like snow day. I'm sorry, what? Yeah, just in case. Or just ice.
Yeah, they would close the schools in Austin because it got too cold.
Yeah, it's kind of cold. We got to, and that sends the what do I want? The dominoes falling of everyone else. Like, they're not at school tomorrow. What are we gonna do? Do I have to go to work? You work from home? Yeah, but I don't know. It's snowing. It's snowing. I can't. But it's not. It might be cold. Nope. I'm not coming in tomorrow. I need to take PTO.
That also really brings up a good point because, oh God, we're really not talking about the topic, but it's kind of been the theme of tonight to not talk about the topic.
So weird.
That brings up a good point. Nutella.
With the pandemic going on and people working from home, when things finally reset and go back to normal, snow days are not going to be a thing for people who work in office buildings because you can just do it from home.
So
but they have
sad.
been talking about that. Like, there's been a bunch of school districts that have released statements that if it would be technically a snow day, there's no virtual classes. Like, they're not requiring you to actually still log in, even though you can. Like, they're letting it be the snow day, and I liked that. I liked that concept because, like, no, you like. As a kid, I loved that. Snow Day was awesome as a kid.
Snow Day was the best.
It was the best.
Sure, but I'm talking about Ebenezer and him running his business.
You actually have a child, though. That affects you directly.
I hardly see the thing.
I don't see the connection.
Fortunately for me, when it snows at my current company, it's inevitable that the IT infrastructure collapses. And so it's like, I can't log in. Sorry. Snow day. Did you try? I tried once. It's probably the wrong password, but whatever. I tried. Snow day.
I made sure I hit the caps lock first.
Classic. This guy
don't
gets
know
it.
why it didn't work.
I love snow on Christmas, but I never get it here, ever. Even about 2 years ago, I think we hit 67 degrees on Christmas Day.
And we had that random heat wave on Christmas.
It was awful. Like, I got out of the car at my parents' house and I was like, the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Like, I was already not in the Christmas spirit, and then to be hit with, like, hot weather on Christmas, like, too hot for a hoodie, I was like, I am done with this. Now, I was hoping that this recent snowfall would stick around through Christmas, but, you know, it was almost 60 today, I believe. Yeah, it almost hit 60. It's going to almost hit 60 tomorrow. So all of that's going to be gone. And we're getting rain, man.
So the big winter system that just went through here recently. So luckily where I'm at, we didn't get hit nearly as hard. But Binghamton, that's only an hour from me, got something like 40 inches.
They got 42 inches.
I had a friend who lives there, and he's like, hey, we made BuzzFeed. Like, that doesn't happen. I was like, that's hilarious. But, you know, we got about 16 to 18 inches here, and it's still, like, it has melted some. But our current, like, weather concern right now is flooding. That's been the big thing in the area. So it's going to be a Christmas Eve flood, which is new. That one's new. So that's cool. Sure. Why not?
That's some fucking Noah shit. Like, what do you... Is it?
Well,
is it
you got to keep
here?
Christ in Christmas. Let's keep it biblical here. Thankfully, everybody's getting arcs for Christmas.
Is it
It's,
like
because of those
from
damn
melting?
Starbucks cups. That's why.
They took Christmas out? Forget it. God's wrath is coming down on fucking upstate New York.
I don't know. That was my wrath music. Mike, you were about to say something, Mike.
Yeah, I was going to ask, is it because the snow is melting or is it because you're getting rain?
It's
that
both.
This flooding.
Yeah, it's both. Yeah, we've seen an increase in temperature, and you know, one of these big blue blue things. But we're also expected to get rain. But it made me think, I loved when you mentioned Mele Kalikimaka, which is a personal favorite as far as Christmas tunes go. So a few years ago, I had the opportunity to go and shush, I love it. I don't care. And actually get to spend time after Christmas in Hawaii. And that's kind of where this thought came from, because it was very surreal to be in Hawaii with all of these Christmas decorations around on everything and have it be 75 and perfect. Like, I'm in paradise in December and with Mele Kalikimaka on endless repeat in my head everywhere I go.
That's all they got. They got the one song.
I'm like, don't sing it. Shush, don't sing it. But like,
they're not going to do Winter Wonderland.
Like, it was
Fair.
surreal. It was surreal for me because I've been in this region of the country for so long. Like, it was very, very weird for me. I loved it. I will happily spend any time, like you, Mike. I was like, I will happily move away from this and spend Christmas in Hawaii. But yeah, it was weird for my brain.
And then you go to the Southern Hemisphere, and this is how they do Christmas every year in the summertime, right? Which is even more mind-blowing to me to even think about, like, yeah, the high today is 102. We're celebrating the birth of Jesus. Praise him.
Hope
Praise
you have
him
a
for this
Merry
weather.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas,
Wear
y'all.
your sunscreen.
Dude,
Merry sunscreen.
Very sunscreen.
But then even think about that, like, normally, you know, in winter you get sweaters or you get socks and shit like that. No, in the Southern Hemisphere, they're getting like board shorts and like surfboard wax and shit like that. I cannot fucking comprehend it, man.
Dude, I've got friends, because like we're a global company, right? And so we've got friends in Australia that like we work with. And so weekly we have a sync with our Australian folks at like, it's 5 o'clock our time, which is 8 a.m. the next day for them. And so like our seasons are constantly doing this and like moving past each other. And it's just so weird. We're like, yeah, you know, the days are finally starting to get longer. And they're like, yep.
Yeah.
Like, it's getting cold. You know, it's just so.
What time is it over there? Again, every week? Every week. What time is it?
You guys are like Time Lords, future men. Tell me your secrets, future men. Is what I text. I text Frank Allen that once a week. Tell me your secrets, future man.
What are the lotto numbers? Who wins the game? All of it. Our Christmas tradition is usually like we'll have coffee and cookies and stuff and open presents, and then my mom's like, "You guys want me to put the air on? It's kind of hot. Should I put the fans on?" And we're like, "Yes, please. It's getting a little warm." And
There's
then we proceed.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Georgia, you know. That's how it goes. It's hot. And I think, and I've mentioned this before, I think that's what kind of never switches my brain into that seasonal spirit. You know, I was just talking with a guy on the elevator about it. It's like, granted, the COVID thing's been weird, but he was wearing shorts. We were both wearing shorts. Like, it's like we're in shorts and t-shirts. Like, oh, Christmas is in 2 days. Yep. You know, it just doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel right.
Whereas it was -1 here like a week ago, and I was like,
that's not even a real number.
Oh, that's not a thing I like.
I love going outside with wet hair and letting it freeze naturally.
Yes.
Yeah.
When your whole mustache freezes is like one of my favorite things about the winter time. We would go like snowboarding or skiing or whatever, and I would always take my bandana off so that my whole, like, all of my facial hair would freeze, and I'd come down looking like Santa.
I always like to pretend that I'm Chewbacca and Hoth.
Oh, sure.
You know?
Yeah.
But the last time that I really remember having like a winter snow close or on Christmas was when I was young and living up in Maine. And then that's where it was kind of perfect. Yes, you have snow up there constantly because it's the tundra of the U.S. But the last time I remember, I think I was 8, and we got skis for Christmas as like my sister and I. So like there was fresh powder down on the front lawn, and we were going to go out there and cross country the shit out of it. And it was great. It was great.
Well, I like
That sounds
that.
horrible.
I was gonna say I like that magic. Like I have vivid memories because there was a snowstorm in the Northeast when we were like right around that age, and I remember like mom got the snowshoes out because I was not tall then and I'm not tall now, so like she could pick me up and set me on top of the 3 foot of snow, and we could.
She still does that, by the way.
Yeah.
It's so cute. It's my
adorable.
favorite. It's my favorite holiday card that I get is the one of Swan's mom lifting her up into the snow.
She could. She's a beast. She is a force of nature. But like that kind of insane, like essentially being on Hoth as a longtime Star Wars fan, like this was amazing. Like as a kid, it's so cool. And looking back now, it's like I remember my father driving us through a storm where you were just following the tail lights of the car in front of you and hoping that they were staying on the road because you're already on the highway as it's getting worse. Like you can't pull off. There's nowhere to go. Like you just have to keep going. And then once we got there, like cousins and I played in the snow and it was amazing. But like the disconnect between the child impression of it and the adult impression of it.
Thinking of you, Stealth King.
Yeah,
Keep
yeah,
those
exactly.
headlights in front of you.
Fingers crossed, bud.
I felt
Honestly, though,
maybe a
let us
few years
know.
ago, I got to experience like -5. We went to Massachusetts for a wedding, Amherst, Massachusetts. We get off the train, it's snowing. We're like, oh, this is nice. We check out of the hotel. It's like again Hoth, and my buddies, they're like,
Antonio's
hey,
pizza though.
what? Antonio's Pizza?
Yep.
No, but true story, we got Dunkin' Donuts.
Yo, tell me about them Dunkin' Donuts, though.
That is also, it was that trip to Amherst where
Wait, is Stealth King really in a ditch?
I don't know. I'm like, do I keep talking so in chat? Stealth
Yeah,
King said he was in a ditch. I'm like, are you joking? Are you serious? Like, I
Keep
can't.
going. We'll work it out in the
we'll
chat.
figure it out in chat. Listeners to this show afterwards, he's fine. By now, he's gotta be.
He's
don't worry
responding.
about
As
it.
long as he's responding, we're
That's
okay.
right.
So, it was that trip where I also went to my first Massachusetts bar and made fun of the Patriots almost undefeated season. I've told that story before, but anyway, we're checking out of the hotel. My buddies are like, "Hey, we'll go load up the car."
Your fault.
Yeah, exactly. I've jinxed it. Yeah. We're checking out of the hotel, and from outside of the hotel, I hear my friends literally screaming, like, "Oh my god! Ah! Ah!" And the guy at the hotel, he's looking at me like, "Are they okay?" And I'm like, "Dude, it's -5." He was like, "Have they never been in the snow before?" I was like, "No." Not like they haven't. We're not from here, if you couldn't tell. And this is weird. Like this is crazy. He's like, "Yeah, gets pretty cold up here." So, and I was like, it physically hurt. And
Yeah.
that's not fun. That's
We
not
hit-
fun when your face physically hurts from just
feels like
standing.
knives. Yeah, feels like knives. It's bad. Anyone that says they would rather be cold than hot is wrong.
No, well, you have suffered so much heat stroke that your brain is broken. We hit -12 up here about 7 or 8 years ago.
Again, I say not a real number.
And it's so cold, Tony, that when I went out to my car to go into it, I pulled my handle, and my handle
Right
went
off
with
the
my
door?
hand.
Yeah, that's a good time.
And I was like, oh, God damn it.
I like it when you
Why?
sleep in and it freezes up into your nose and it
Oh.
like takes your breath away and you can't breathe because it's literally like frozen inside.
That's COVID.
That's a delight.
Yeah,
Why
that's-
would you go anywhere if you know it's negative anything? Like,
Dude.
well, I'm just gonna I can afford to skip a few meals at this point. I'll be okay.
Someone explained this to me the other day, Tony. Did you know that there is a thing called an engine warmer for your car that you plug in to heat up your engine enough to turn it on? That is a
never in
real
my life. And I'm not being funny. In 41 years on this earth, I have never once heard of that.
That's why you plug diesel trucks in when it gets too cold,
We
guys.
leave stuff on trickle charge so
Yeah.
that it doesn't kill the battery, so you can still turn it like the tractor and stuff, so you can plow yourself out.
But apparently it gets so cold that like the oil starts to like freeze.
Yeah, that's
The
Come on, guy.
fuck?
you lived
Apparently
in
it's a-
Massachusetts.
It's a
Yeah, we
diesel
never had to
engine
have
thing.
those.
I've never heard of that. That is what?
Right?
Gas
if
freezes?
you need,
What?
if you need to do that for your car, move.
No,
Yeah.
I like Pennsylvania. But with all that said, like I do like being cold. I don't mind being cold. I enjoy it. You know, I grew up in an ice rink. But when I have to go to market and it's like 24 degrees and nobody's coming out, so those 6 hours feel like literal 6 hours standing on that cold pavement, I am the grumpiest motherfucker when I get back into that truck. But once I get back into the truck, I'm like, it wasn't that bad. Because, you know, the brain damage from being cold for so long.
It's that and all
Right.
the concussions. Can't you go get a couple maple donuts and, get it popping?
Oh, man.
Put them under your armpits to defrost them.
And then eat them.
Yeah.
Goblin style.
Yeah. Oop them goblin style.
Oh.
How do I?
No, that's fair. Usually we kick other people out, but I'm with Mike. Like, I'm just gonna go. I gotta go.
I'm outta here.
We're not doing Gongan style. No. Mm-mm.
Well, and I think that's why, like, as we're talking about this, like the terrible parts about, like, I remember a friend of the family had lived in Alaska for a while, and one of his many fun tidbits along the lines of being so cold all the time is like, hey, did you know you could sunburn your eyes? I'm just like, I'm sorry, wait, what? And again, because you've got stuff pulled up and you're like squinting, if you don't wear protection over it, you can actually, get the sun bounce off of the snow and burn that part of your eye. So
I didn't understand. I was like, it's the same sun, but the reflection, I didn't think. Again, it's something else I wouldn't think about.
Of sunlight that they get, the amount of time that it is light out.
But that sun reflection in the morning when you're driving is brutal.
Yeah.
Absolutely brutal. Like blinding. And like you've got shitty windows because of the salt and ice, from your surroundings. I hate that morning sun driving through as it just bounces around.
Scrape to your window enough, and like you look and you're like, I'm blind. Cool.
But yeah, good luck, everyone. I'm late for work. I'm not going to do any more about it. It's your problem now. But with that said, the moonlight, at like let's say 2 a.m. outside, and all of outside is completely illuminated because of the moonlight bouncing off of the snow, man. It's so dope. It's so weird and so dope, and I love it so much.
Yes. It feels like you can see more
But you
at
can.
night
You
in
can.
the winter.
It's
like-
You most certainly can.
Just feels so neat.
I remember last year we had a really decent snowstorm, and I was out shoveling, and it was later at night, and it was just really neat that even though now I'm in, we'll say, quote unquote, the larger city where I am, like looking down the road all the way, and it was completely quiet, and like you could just kind of like hear just the snow falling. Like that was cool. Like the ambiance of that was really, really cool. And even though I was out there shoveling, like it wasn't cold. It wasn't negative numbers because the snow was kind of insulating, but like that was really, really nice.
In high school and college, and then just before I moved to Texas, we used to hike the local ski resort at night and sled down it. And so the week before I moved, we did that, and it was a full moon. And the cats had just finished grooming the summit run. And so we got to the top.
Actual cats?
I thought you were talking about cookies again.
Wait, pats onto your.
Nothing
Yeah.
really pats down that fresh powder like
kitties. Meow.
feral kittens.
It's the craziest feeling to ride on, but like super recommend it.
Kittens.
But yeah, and like the full moon at night on a mountain, no other lights, right? Like it just, like you were saying, Emily, it has this like romantic quality to it, right? That if we weren't just a bunch of fucking knuckleheads like plowing down a mountain way too fast on plastic shitty sleds and yelling and screaming about it, would be beautiful.
You were like, wait a minute. Hey, yo, wait a minute. Let's appreciate this moment. Look at this.
Oh, this is
Look at this.
beautiful.
Shut the fuck up. Appreciate the second that we're in
It's
right
fucking
now.
beautiful.
Yo, Chad.
I love you, man.
Respect nature, Chad. Take it all in. Center yourself, brah, before you hit this gnarly ramp. Get
Yeah.
your 720s in with
That
a
sounds
fucking
about
centered
right.
chi.
That sounds about
Yeah,
right.
that's basically it.
So,
Hey guys, before we go down and we make this train of sleds and like force each other to fly down this Black Diamond like trail on sleds, let's just take a minute and really appreciate like each other coming out and doing this together, like experiencing this whole beautiful thing.
You could be anywhere right now, but you're here.
but you're
You
here.
chose to be
We're
here.
here.
Together.
So this
Don't-
question is for Tony and Mike. Do you ever see yourself moving out of your current place and back into somewhere that gets snow?
For me, absolutely yes. Absolutely no. I am on the market for a possible move. There's been talks and discussions. I have with my people and my management team of. No, I don't have a management team with my press team. But no, I'm seriously probably going to start a new job here next year and looking to move. Sincerely looking around to move. Nowhere once has a place with snow crossed my mind, and if it has, it was only because I didn't realize it was a place with snow.
I mean, Phil's mom's got that sweet setup, Tony. Like, that's just saying.
What
Yeah,
does?
my mom's single now, Tony.
Yeah, Phil's mom.
Until she learn-
Twitch.tv/imaginary nomad.
Can she make the honey cookies? What were the ones that your grandma
The
made?
clusters, the honey clusters.
Yes, the clusters.
No.
Hey, so real quick,
No dice.
well, that explains it. Real quick, I forgot I was wearing a Christmas hat, and it kind of like hit me in the back and scared the crap out of me because there should be no one here tapping me on my shoulder.
That was
And I
my
had-
grandmother, again, going through the computer to frighten you. Mike, what about you? Do you see yourself moving back into a snowscape?
If yes, it's like Switzerland. You know what I mean? Like it's fucking like it's
Emily, do you ever
Wow.
see yourself like actually leaving snowscape?
I mean, yeah, I happily would. I mean, I figure it's 50-50. Like staying
God.
here, waiting it out as the world just progressively heats up. Like at a certain point, it's gonna be fine here, and I'm gonna outlast it. So I mean, there's that. But you know, now that I've done a lot more work from home stuff, I'm a little bit more flexible. So if the opportunity to move came up, I might go.
what a weirdly optimistic, pessimistic stance to have taken, Emily. I love that.
Yeah.
The world's gonna end, but we're good up here. We'll be all right. You know,
I'll have a
just-
beachfront property at some
on
point.
the bright side of the end of existence, I'll be good.
Yeah.
It won't be that cold. I don't know if I can handle it, man. I don't know if these bones can handle it. I'm sure not gonna shovel snow or whatever that was Emily was talking about. We're not doing that. Like that's not happening. Okay. Yeah, no, never mind. No, it's just not happening. It's not happening.
See, and I don't think I could leave it. I really don't. Like we talked before on past episodes about like moving to other places. And every place that I said I was going to move, like Switzerland or Utah, has heavy snowfall. There's something about it, and I don't know if it's just because it's always been there in my life. Probably not constantly, but at some point I know that we're going to get snow. Me growing up in an ice rink and always enjoying like that brisk feeling of being cold at 6 a.m. at a Mites hockey game, as my parents are like, "Why are we doing this?"
I mean, Tampa Bay has a hockey team.
Do they? They just won the cup, so I can't say do they.
Yeah.
I don't think I could ever move out of the snow zone. Like, I feel comfortable here and I enjoy it.
Is that what the kids are calling it these days?
Yeah,
Come on down to the snow zone.
That sounds like an extreme ski resort. The snow zone.
A failed business venture.
Come on down to the snow zone with unlimited Mountain Dew extremes. That's a thing, right?
Baja
And
Blast.
Doritos.
Frozen
And Doritos.
Baja Blast.
Yo, real talk,
so-
though, I would drink the shit out of frozen Baja Blast. I love Baja Blast.
Right.
Have
Just
you
get some
seen-
snow and pour some Baja on top of it.
Have you seen the American flag with the thin light blue line that
Yes.
represents the Baja Blast?
We'll share it in chat during the next break.
Every time I'm like, oh, okay, I'm done now, because that's just the funniest thing to me.
It is. I don't think I've ever actually
You want to
consumed-
wrap it up?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
We're gonna show some love. We're not gonna show some love to Mountain Dew. They have enough money. But I would love to show some love to the Ake Willow podcast. So the lovely fan of the GSU Media Network, Shanda Panda, introduced me to this podcast.
Shanda Panda!
Panda. So this
Haven't heard in a while.
these are fellow trash pandas, guys. This is a great story. It's got some realism. It's got some baking. So if you like the Great British Bake Off, there's some of that for you too. And there are raccoons. There are legit trash pandas for you. So I highly recommend this series. It is written by the amazing J.F. Dubois and is narrated by Amy Frost, who does a killer job. It is just a fun listen. So if you're looking for a new ongoing chapter to chapter story, this one is just really, really fun. I enjoyed it so much that I actually created art from some of the stories that they were telling, because it was just awesome. And I like drawing raccoons. So definitely check them out. Show them some love, because they're really, really cool people and they're making a great product. And if you want to see some more of my art and even a story about snow, you can follow me across the internet at A Swan Named Emily. I'm pretty much everywhere. Follow me there. You can check out live art happening on my Twitch channel. So twitch.tv/A Swan Named Emily. And maybe if you like what I'm doing, hit the follow buttons, because there's going to be some new notifications coming up in the new year. So maybe
Hey, and you did that Doodle Crew. That was super fun.
Doodle Crawl. Yes, we had a successful
Yeah.
6
Doodle
artists
Crawl
drawing at once. So
ruled.
that's pretty awesome. And I'm very lucky. I've got some really great friends and some really great friends here on the Almost Daily Discourse. I really like you guys. I keep coming back. It's the brainworms, but I enjoy it. It's very fun. So yeah, follow them across. They're doing really fun stuff. So yes, Phil.
Yo, what if we put Tony on the Doodle Crew, and you have that person that can actually connect with the audience because they can't art well? And so, like, then you have like that bridge where it's like, well, I mean, shit, if Tony can make this on the show, anybody could.
I actually, Phil.
Damn it, I picked the wrong one. I gambled.
Yeah.
And I was like, Tony.
I can draw a little bit. I used to sketch a lot. I used to sketch with charcoal. That was my very first thing that led to all the other stuff that I do.
Charcoal?
Are we going to end the show?
No, we're gonna keep talking about it.
Yes. You're gonna end
So anyway, no, we're gonna let this one keep it rolling. It's either now or in chat. It doesn't matter. But I would love to come on Doodle Crew and like just do VO and like, all right, here she comes. Oh, here comes that elbow. She's drawing that elbow. Oh, look at that elbow. I was like, good move there on the elbow. I wonder what she's gonna do here. with the shadow.
Wednesday.
Yes.
All right, Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
We're coming to noses. Noses are never a good time. Noses are tough.
Yeah.
We know. We saw what happened last time when they tried to do the nose. Let's see. She's going for.
If you like this bit, and bits like it, you can find us at Almost Daily Pod. We put out a podcast 4 days a week, and we live stream on twitch.tv/Almost Daily Pod. Thank you so much. Rate and review. Follow a swan named Emily. Next up, I've got a topic. All right, fucking keep going.
But
with your bit.
the nostrils are too big. That nostril is too big. What are they going to do? She got to come in with the eraser. Oh, that's going to set her back a ways. That's going to set her back. Nicole's already working on the background, and Emily has to come in and erase the left nostril.
Oh, yeah, turn it into a competition. Like battle bots.
Oh God. Oh.
Like the
Doodle to
complete
death.
The complete opposite of
The show.
like,
So, like,
what it should be. Yeah, like it's all about chill and like coming together to create some awesomeness.
no.
And then I would just, yes, there it is.
So before we get started, folks, we're just going to talk real quickly about something that's very important to me, the thin Baja Blast line. This represents our hardworking Taco Bell workers who put their lives on the line every day, serving our delicious, gut-wrenching food, providing Baja Blast for the masses, and saying, no, I do not know when potatoes are coming back, all for $10 an hour.
Praise him.
Praise the thin Baja line.
I mean,
I like the other flag that they fly right next to that says "Don't shit on me," because they contradict each other.
The twisty turd.
Yeah. Twisty turd.
they're heroes. They're goddamn heroes, I tell you.
Yep.
Dude, yeah. So I really like the festive thing here, but I do find it difficult to figure out where to be to not be blocked by the
Just
ornaments
be
there.
blocked. It's a one-day thing. Look, man, I didn't have 4 people in the chat when I was designing the overlay.
Oh my God.
I like it.
Yeah, no, Phil, you look great.
Fucking festive today.
Now you look like Squiggy from Laverne and Shirley.
I want to do a cover of
Rest in peace, Twiggy.
of Danzig's mother, but do it as Ed Kemper.
You should cover Mother tomorrow on your stream.
In
Oh my God, can you just give your
8-bit.
mom like play-by-play facts about Ed Kemper during?
Well,
Untitled
that's the
Entertainment?
thing, right? My mom doesn't know who Ed Kemper is.
No, I know that's the.
and I'm
beautiful
gonna
thing.
continue.
Like, he spent a lot of time, in his car. He traveled around. Like he would frequent different college campuses and talk to a lot of people, and on really good terms with the cops and everything. And
I'm just
He was
every
so
so
tall.
often, I'm just gonna hit her with a mother. Didn't Marilyn Manson have that hairstyle? No.
I
It
mean, he
was,
might have like stolen it from Danzig.
Yeah, it's literally a Misfits hairstyle.
but I want the full lean into Noel Fielding. Like that's all I want. Is just that it's so good.
You did it, Phil.
Get the little like dip on the back, stand up.
God, it's so good.
I like the little.
How do you guys like my kitties? Do you think my
Show me your
kitties look
kitties,
nice?
Phil. Show me your kitties.
Look at my kitties.
Yeah, show me them kitties.
Oh
So
my God.
funny. I actually have a shirt that I made when I was going to Comic Cons that said "Show me your kitties" and had 5 different little cats drawn on it. So yeah, shockingly, a lot of men bought that shirt. It's weird.
I believe that.
It's for my mother
For my mother. My mother's gonna love this.
and her friend.
For my mother.
She really likes cats.
So
All
I
right.
was hired. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have my headphones on. I was hired by your fiance to record a
Oh,
song.
I know.
Dude. Oh, I was so excited.
I'm so excited
so-
for this.
And luckily, like it's a pretty it's a pretty simple like chord progression.
Mm-hmm.
But she's gonna sing on top of it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm so excited. It's so good.
I'm very fucking stoked. And honored. She's like, how much money is this? And I was like, please shut up. Shut up. Money.
I like when she asks a
Think of the
question like,
exposure.
what is the money that I give you for this friendly thing that we do? Like, all right. Tony,
I'm
you ready?
Super excited about her thing tomorrow night. I'm so excited.
Oh, me too. It's
Also-
so good.
Really happy that I recorded mine before I listened to Kurt's because I would have. I'm like, why, Kurt? Why? He's like, what? No, you inspired me. And I'm like, don't say that. That's patronizing.
Wait, you guys got to listen to each other's?
Yeah, we shared it with everybody. You didn't share it with anybody?
For
there
the
a
folks in the
discussion?
chat,
Was there something
My-
happening? Was I supposed to know that? Did anybody tell me that? Or are we just, hey, we gonna do this thing that
No.
he
12 minutes, Tony? I got 12 minutes.
So my fiance has a show called Protest Too Much. It is a Shakespeare Showdown podcast. And there is a special episode coming out for Christmas time. You can find it at anchor.fm/P2M pod. You can find it on Spotify, blah, 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 all the things. And there are some special guests that will be appearing on her special holiday episode, releasing, I believe, tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday, right?
Mhm.
Tomorrow,
Yes,
Christmas Eve. And so check that out. It's fun. There will be a prize for the for the listener who is most successful at the surprise. And so if you like prizes, if you like surprises, and if you like us, you should check out that show.
Surprises.
Are y'all ready?
Yeah.
Because if y'all are ready, I'm gonna get ready. So
Everyone loves a show with your kitties. Thank you, Randall. I also like my kitties, Randall.
You're listening to Almost Daily Discourse with your perfectly adequate hosts, Phil, Tony P, Charles, and here with today's topic is Mike.
what is up, you trash pandas? It is Christmas Eve here on the stream. It is a few days after Christmas if you're listening to this recorded, which
What
means
is this, Australia?
which means it's time to talk. You say you want a resolution. Well, you know,
Fuck you. Fuck you.
we all want to stick to our New Year's resolutions, but I can't. I'm terrible at them. And so I wanted to talk with y'all about, is there a New Year's resolution that you have ever been able to keep? If so, what was it? Do you set them? Tell me about your New Year's resolutions and your thoughts on the concept. Because I know the people in here love New Year's. And so I want to hear about kind of how y'all set up the coming year and what makes that day so special. So let's do it. Let's talk about it. I always set ridiculous resolutions for myself. Like 1 year I resolved to fly. That has not happened. I am still earthbound and
I'm still a human.
I'm miserable about it.
Like just flapping your wings, like flapping your arms.
Oh yeah. Oh
It's
yeah.
like-
Like, because I feel like a resolution is impossible anyway. So I may as well shoot for the stars.
No,
Well,
no,
and-
no. You can't
You
think
might
like
hit
that.
the moon.
You can't think like that. That's taking away the people that actually have self-control and actually follow through with things that they set.
Do you do that?
No, not at all. But I also
Are there people like that here tonight?
I literally spent 30 minutes talking about donuts, man. Like resolutions, come on. Hey, to quote a friend, resolutions doesn't matter. No, I don't, because they're normally, well, maybe not you, Mike, but they're made at a point of the night when you're like, you know what, I'm sick of my lifestyle and I hate doing this so much. I'm going to change the ways I live. And then when you wake up, you don't remember any of that. So, like, it literally doesn't happen. But I also don't put any real stock into them because it's setting yourself up for literal failure if you don't follow through with it. I think it's a little bit healthier to reflect on the year that you just had, find out things that you're not happy with, and then make a list of them and kind of try to work towards a change of each one of those. You don't have to complete anything. You don't have to be, binded by sacred New Year's Eve
Magics.
magics. but you're still at least taking the steps to like realize, yeah, I don't like that I'm doing this or I'm doing that so much, or I kind of want to work on this. Write it down and just kind of keep it around somewhere that you normally look at every day.
Special
Maybe
special guest of the show and dear sweet friend Emily Swan. Do you have a retort to that at a swan named Emily on the internet?
As far as keeping resolutions or notebooks, because I have lots of thoughts on notebooks, as we heard earlier.
You know this show. Like, regardless of what I say, you're gonna say something completely unrelated.
We've got magic to do just for you. So I will say that as a kid, I really liked New Year's and the build up to that. It always meant family time. It always meant hanging out. It meant my insanely loud, crazy German family getting together, playing board games and just being insane. And then I became an adult and I got into the working world. And for the majority of the time that I have been in the working world, the holiday season has been awful. Like, it's the busiest time of year. And especially with the job that I had not that long ago, it started in September and it didn't end until the 23rd of December. So New Year's was just a push. Like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't want this. It's always crappy. I spent a lot of years being dragged out to bars to wingman for friends, and like, it wasn't fun. So I was always much more of the like Chinese New Year. Like, let me survive December and get into January when I'm actually a human again and I don't hate everything and hate myself and hate the world. And then by the time it gets around to February, maybe then I can start to have some personal reflection on things. But as far as actual like resolutions, no, resolution doesn't matter, as we talked about earlier. I don't like it. I don't care about that part. I like the focus is always I'd like to spend it with people I care about. And I think self-reflection should happen throughout the entire year. And in setting goals for yourself, that doesn't have to be tied to a specific time frame. Like,
what about you, Tony? Have you had any success at resolutions?
Yeah, but I kind of cheat. For starters, I love New Year's. I do like the idea of, for me, it's about, again, personal reflection, taking a moment, kind of celebrating that I made it through a year and I'm doing okay and getting excited and ready to start the new year. And my resolution is always just to improve. Like, I joke, I call it Tony Improvement Project Resolution, and I leave it as vague as that. So anything, if I got better than last year in some form or fashion, I'm checking the box. I'm calling it a win. Funny enough, part of it last year was to improve on moderating and to do more moderating. And we had this giant schedule laid out, and that kind of didn't happen. But I'm counting it because I tried and I made the effort. Yes, Phil, a question down there.
That's what I was going to ask. Do you set different goals and resolutions between your personal and your actual work life? Because I mean, I do, and I'm better at fulfilling or at least working towards show resolutions than I am at personal ones. Right?
Yeah, I have a little bit of everything. I want to my convention moderating resolution from last year. We're just gonna roll that one over, because of circumstances.
Yeah,
you have
exactly.
a rain check. You got the receipts. We've seen
exactly.
them.
Yeah. Personally, as most people do every year, like to focus on losing some weight, but I have a different approach to it this year because, as I did mention, I'm leaving a previous job, so I have some time off, and with that time off, I'm like, I'm gonna use that to cook more and work out more, and so I have a plan there, but I don't have a I got to lose 50 pounds resolution. I think that's too much, not too much weight, but too much pressure.
Yeah.
So I keep them super light. I keep them quite the opposite of Mike, very realistic. just try to eat better and go to some conventions and I don't know, get a job. All right, cool.
So I want to commend Swan on having a realistic worldview. And that's how she's a special guest on the show and not a full-time member, because she's not a fucking lunatic in that way. She's a fucking lunatic in her own way, sure. But at least there's that, right? I recently had started trying to set a real goal for myself. And then something always happens to stop that. 1 year I wanted to, there's a rock climbing route at a place called Reimer's Ranch here in Austin, here in Texas, in Central Texas. And it's one of the coolest looking routes that I've ever seen. And so my goal has been to climb that route probably 3 or 4 years in a row. And then every year something happens. This year in January, it was guaranteed that by October I would be strong enough to climb that route.
So that was my next question. So it's something currently a little above where you're at?
Yes.
Gotcha.
In January, I could have started working on that project. And it's always been just beyond how hard I can climb. And this year was going to be the fucking year that I did it. And then the gym closed in March. And that's it, baby.
Did they close down for good, or are they
no,
planning on
they're open again now. And I've been going again recently, over the past month or so. Steph and I have been going back to the gym, getting strong again. But it is a long climb from where we were.
Well, then
I don't know, Mike. I think if you really wanted to do it, you would have gotten in there somehow.
Yeah,
that
taking the doors off the hinges, putting old doors on that you had keys for, stuff like that. Yeah.
You're right.
Well, then that's you're literally leading me into my next question for you, Michael. Is, does anyone bother with resolutions this year, or is it literally just a celebration of hey,
you know what, we did
not
it
this year, not this year. Let's take a year off as a whole and just move forward.
You know what? Yeah, we did this one. Let's see if we can do next one. Is currently my mindset. Let's. I'm in a little bit of shell shock as far as what might come, right? I'm so nervous to plan far out
Anything.
Anything?
right. And by far
That's a-
out, I mean more than a week, right?
No, it's a good
I'm-
thing that you're planning a wedding right now.
Mm. Yeah, it's super not stressful.
And
Thanks.
step
Let
through
me-
the back wall. Here she comes.
With a chair. Oh my. in all, in all seriousness, man, that has to be one of the worst things anyone could try to do right now. So sincere thoughts, man, because that sucks. Like,
Thoughts
yo,
and
I feel
prayers,
for you.
bro.
I feel for you on that one, dude. That ain't funny.
Well, and
Yeah.
I was thinking about when you were talking about that, Mike, and it was a topic from a while ago, but it was something you guys covered around the time of our digital Dragon Con. And it was, how do you keep that momentum going? So I'm finding a lot more success in that part of it. Like, okay, it's not a resolution for the year, especially this upcoming year. It is a, what do I have momentum on right now? Like, how am I? Okay, so then when I start to feel like that momentum is waning, what do I do to pump that back up and inspire that again? Because that feels a lot more sustainable. And like you were saying with the rock climbing, like that's an ongoing thing, but it takes that much more effort to keep up with right now, even if you do have it in your house. Like there's still that commitment to it that has to happen. And this year has really made that really hard.
Yeah. I think the idea of like at work, we switched from annual goals to quarterly goals. And like as a person, I want to steal that. Like 3 months is still feeling like a long time. But like it feels a lot more manageable than being like next year at this time, this is where I'll be.
Be careful what you ask for, man, because the next step is I forgot what the methodology is, but those 2-week sprints.
Yeah, agile style.
Agile. Thank you. Yep. And it's like
agile style.
oh. Yeah. You know what? Mike was right. That is bad.
We have to run in tennis, which aren't called suicides anymore. I don't know what they're called. They were called suicides.
Are they not called suicides anymore?
I don't think they are.
741-741. Text anybody you need to.
Wow.
I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna head out.
That's how you derail a show. They're called wind sprints, Emily.
No, because that's different.
Not anymore. Now they're called suicide sprints. Where were we going with it? Yeah. So I'm with you, Mike. Like manageable goals. And again, that's why I cheat. And I say cheat, but I just keep it vague and again manageable, hey, lose 50 pounds. Can I, that might not be able to happen. I don't know what'll happen, but try to do better, try to go to the gym more, try to eat better, try to cook more. How do you define more? Well, you really don't. So anything is something, I'm kind of lax on it. But it keeps me from stressing out.
So I need like a quantifiable goal or I don't feel like I have succeeded.
Really?
Well, and they say any good goal like is supposed to be quantifiable, but
Right.
whatever,
So you're
Well,
saying if
fuck
it's not
them.
like an exact kind of, because like if you do what Tony's saying is like make it vague enough where it's still achievable, but not so fucking certain that you're fighting against a number. You can't work like that.
So I think like if my goal were health and like cooking at home related, right? Like I would say I need to eat 4 out of 7 dinners a week at home. I need to average that over the course of a month, right? And so really that would break down to X number of dinners out of 30 days. And then like, oh, cool. I did it that month. Great. I did it this month. Great. Like that's how I would have to do it to feel like a success. I couldn't just say, oh, I need to eat at home more. That wouldn't basically guarantee that I eat out almost constantly.
Every day.
I just know, yeah, honestly, like I'll do it. I can do more later is
Like,
how my brain would start, you know?
It's like, oh, it's kind of vague. Well, I'm going to add a meal. Like, what? Yeah, we're fourth mealing it now. Thanks to our friends over at the Baja Blue Line.
Right. Yeah, I cooked all my Taco Bell this week.
The problem, and
I warmed it up in the
Mike,
microwave. That's cooking.
you might be onto something. Like that might work for me, but what inevitably ends up happening is like, all right, I got to eat out 4 days this week, and then something will come up, like a friend's birthday or something, and then I like beat myself up over it, you know. And I'm like, this is stupid. Why am I depressed now because I ate out on this day, you know?
Right.
So
I feel that. Yeah.
Well, I think that's nice.
There has to be a balance
with accountability. You know, I'm not, at least for me, I don't find that in posting like on socials or something like, hey, okay, you know, starting New Year's, I'm going to lose this much weight. But I might say like, hey, housemate, who we are in a quarantine bubble together, like we're going to try and do yoga together every morning or like every other morning, or we're going to at least talk to each other about it so that there is some accountability, but also someone to tell you like, it's okay. Like we had a bad day or like something happened or I got a work call in the morning or, you know, any of the craziness of 2020, but having that person to talk to, it's not a shame thing. It's just someone to keep you accountable.
accountability buddy.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah. Steph and I routinely, when we are miserable at the climbing gym together, we'll look at each other and say, I am so grateful that you are here. Because if it weren't for you being here, I would not be here.
So funny enough, they say that's one of the best things for working out, gym, whatever. Having a accountability buddy, a partner. If you're there, they're there, blah, 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 blah. I despise going to the gym with people. Like,
well, you just hate people.
Believe it or not, and this is not a bit. I thoroughly enjoy going to the gym. I haven't done it lately. I've fallen off of it. But when I do go, I enjoy it. It's refreshing to me. It clears my mind. And that clearing of the mind is not something I want someone else present at. Maybe if it was a significant other, that'd be different. But just like some dude, like, nah, man, I'm good. I just want to, do my thing. I don't want to chat. So I just can't do the exercise accountability buddy.
I now really want Mike to be your accountability like buddy as he's doing like circles around like, hey Tony, I'm gonna go do this now. And like, do you want to do this? Tony, what about this? Do you want to get Baja after this? We could get Baja and then they're doing like another lap. Like that's all
you
I
guys
want.
need to stream Ring Fit Adventure together.
On your left.
Oh god, it's so good. Don't you say it. Don't you say it. Don't you say it.
Can you stick out a foot and trip people in Ring Fit Adventure?
If you try hard enough and believe you can.
I mean, Steph, you could set some shit up. Just saying. Yes, bless the bishop.
No, I get that though, because like when I go climbing, it's really hard if I'm climbing with someone who is like way better than me to feel like.
And look, man, I didn't say you were way better than me. We need to let's clear this up.
No. I don't mean like you and me. I mean like that idea of like, how do I not turn this into a competition?
Mm-hmm.
Of like whatever sort, right? And so like I need to be pushed, but I also need to like not be like crushed.
Well, when it comes to working out, you have to gamify it or it's not worth doing because nobody wants to be there.
Right. It's like not fun. Like,
and the bros that want to be there, you don't want to be there with them. So if you're not gamifying it, like what are we doing?
Right.
I don't know. That's the problem with lifting weights with friends. Like, look, maybe it's a toxic thing, who knows, whatever. But if I'm lifting weights with a friend of mine that is at least the same size of my, like close to me, not a bodybuilder. We're competing. Like,
Right.
I gotta lift. If Mike and I go to the gym and we're lifting weight, I gotta lift more. I'm not gonna let Mike, this guy, lift more than me, because
Look at him.
because, like, you know, and I'm not proud of that, but I'm gonna be honest with you. That's what it is. Like, you know.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Now, something like climbing, I could be like, oh, that I chalk it up to skill. Like, well, he's been working on that. I don't have that.
Chalk.
You know.
He made a chalk joke.
Yeah.
You know, like, well, you know, that's some skill and some stuff I don't get, and he's just been working on that. But something about lift this weight and put it back down, I know how to do that. You know, so
yeah. This is nothing but raw strength, baby. Yeah, no, that's fair.
Matter of fact, come January 1, take that, Mike. Oh, why? Who's Mike? What are you talking about? That's what I thought. Fucking Ellison, sir, you're gonna need to watch your language.
People are gonna point up at the no grunting sign. And
this
be
is
like,
a YMCA, sir.
Come on, man, take it easy.
Yeah, I do want the ADD competition, though, like gym competition, because I can see Charles being very calm and reserved throughout that.
Classic Charles. That's how I always describe him. Yeah,
Very zen. Very zen.
Calm and reserved. The Charles McFall story.
Now, see, funny enough, what's going to motivate me this year? Again, I've touched on it. I'm ending my current job at the end of the year. So starting next year, I don't have a job, which means I have time. And so there's zero excuse, you know, to not cook and go to the gym. I literally have nothing else to do other than job hunt and make YouTube videos. So that's the biggest motivator. Like, man, if I didn't go, I just didn't go. Like, I was a piece of crap, you know? So
Hey,
I
man.
think that's the one, you know, that'll, plus I got to defeat Ellison.
Yeah, you just got to get on that Wolverine diet of boiled chicken and working out 24 hours a day.
There's something to be said about
Boiled
No.
chicken.
not doing anything. Just sleeping, waking up whenever you want.
Tony P, these
Going
are head
back to
games he's
bed.
playing with you right now. You don't listen to these head games, Tony P. He's setting you up.
Domino's gives you a free one every 6.
Get out of here. This is one of his pranks. This is one of his pranks, man.
Crown. You want the crown?
That's right. I'm trying to win the almost daily fit course in 2021. Oh my god, you
Oh,
guys!
put it
No,
up on
can we
the
like
podium.
maybe set this up?
honestly, legitimately for Dragon Con, we need to come up with like a series of challenges.
I was going to say, I'm going to see you at some point this year. And when I do,
That's so menacing. I'm gonna see you, Mike.
and when I do,
Yo,
I'm
let's set
ripping
up
my
like
shirt off.
a double dare, almost double discourse. We'll work on it. We'll work on this.
we'll workshop.
Oh my
workshop
God.
that.
Almost
New Year's
daily.
resolution happening right now, people.
But
Yeah.
revolutions don't matter. So
Oh god.
But yeah, honestly, I mostly wanted to talk about this because I don't have like a force of will to carry me through a year. And so like I wanted to make sure that I wasn't alone. And so like y'all have really done a number on making me feel better. And I will never stop being appreciative for that. Another thing that I will never stop being appreciative of is the magic of art. Y'all, I want to show some love to an artist who just constantly blows me away. Like every week she hops on Twitch at twitch.tv/a swan named Emily and creates magic in front of us and like talks about it like it's no big deal. Like, oh yeah, you know, of course I'll just I'll draw a hand, a physical person's hand, and I will make it into digital reality or actual reality when she draws on paper. And like, it just is so incredible and beyond anything that I can do. It is wizardry. It is awesome. My show the love this week is for a swan named Emily, our special guest this week, Emily Swan, who constantly top of her game, so excited, so ready to hop in and do whatever, including 12 minutes before a recording being like, yeah, fuck it. I'll fill in for Charles, who didn't let you know until 25 minutes before you went live. I got you. Don't worry about it. Oh, Charles fucked up.
Apparently he did, but Phil didn't tell us. It's this whole thing.
25 hours. But yeah.
Point is,
Swan
she
thought I
jumped
bet.
in last minute. Yes.
Hell yeah.
Y'all, it just would have been the three of us. Imagine how bad that would have been.
Woof.
Yeesh.
I would have called out
Yikes.
too.
That's
I
when
would
you
have
get to
signed
work.
signed in, saw it was the three of us, and then text you on camera, and then without saying anything, just
The text
Boo.
would just say, I'm not feeling good, guys. I
Nah.
can't make it tonight. No, actually, you know
Nah.
what it would say? Phil's the type that would be like, hey, man, I got some kid shit I got to deal with.
Oh.
no. It would simply just be like, no, and then I would leave.
I use that. I'll use like, hey, look, man, the kid's not feeling too good. You got kids? I might. And then I just drop out.
Yeah, I'm sending kid shit the next time I got to bail on something.
Either that or tummy trouble. You know, I've called in a couple times, like, time of the month. They're like, what? I'm like, see you tomorrow. And then we just, hey, let me again. I would get serious for 2 seconds. Emily, I know it wasn't New Year's.
You can't do time of the month and then throw to me. You can't.
I'm kudos to you. Kudos to you.
I got him. I got your
Mike,
back,
where can
Emily.
people find you?
Yeah, you can find out what happens when I use kid trouble at Future X Skeleton on Twitter. You can go to charlesmcfall.com if you want to. He quotes himself on his website. So check that out. Let me know at Future X Skeleton on Twitter what you think of that quote. Also follow us on Almost Daily Pod on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Send us an email at gmail.com. Give us a 5-star review if you want to. It would make my New Year's resolution for you is to send us a 5-star review. This has been Almost Daily Discourse. We love you, Trash Pandas. Have a safe and happy New Year.
So what, Tony? You actually want to know? Oh no, you're muted.
Oh, I muted him.
I'm back.
Bitches.
Although it wasn't New Year's, you kind of had a resolution after Dragon Con to do more stuff, and then you've been like doing a ton of stuff. So it's like, yo, man, you've been killing it from nothing. I mean, it was nothing. You weren't doing any streaming stuff.
You were nothing.
To now having like 2 or 3 shows and this and and stuff in the hopper. So yeah, it just reminds me of a New Year's resolution. That's not quite New Year's, but Dragon Con's like its own year.
It's an annual.
It really is that feeling, that community, that hype, that excitement. Like that's an incredible motivator, no matter what time of year it's happening. And if you can capitalize on that, that's incredible. And yeah, that's why, again, to tie it to a specific date, it doesn't work for my mindset, but no, to say by, again, when we talked about that, when we talked to Steph and the stuff that she's doing, and even you guys with like Pokedexpert and all of that, like that moment of momentum by Dragon Con next year, where do we want to be? What do we want to have to show when we actually get to see each other in person and really roll up to that?
And it is kind of like back to lifting weights, like I'm not going to let them outlift me. There's no way. Before we forget, shout outs in the chat. Mine today goes to Forge and Winton. Thank you for jumping in and chatting along and doing all
Yo,
the fun
legit.
stuff.
Mine goes to Stealth King. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
that
Stealth
dude's
King.
trapped in a fucking, like, he's trapped in a ditch. Like, can't even hang out anyway. That fucking rules, dude. I hope you.
Continue your thought.
I was gonna say, I hope you like get out of the ditch safely. Please.
Give us
And
5
let us
stars.
know. Like,
Yeah, I mean, you're stuck there. You might as well head on over to iTunes and leave us a 5-star review. But also, I'm also looking for like a wellness check, Stealth King.
right.
If you're still there.
He lives in the ditch now, Steve says. So I'll miss him.
Good.
Also,
We
Kit
brought
Kat,
up
the kitty
earlier,
Kat
like-
cat who always comes out.
He's probably fine now.
He'll be okay.
When this
He'll be
releases,
okay.
he's probably fine.
Yeah, God,
And-
I hope so. Otherwise, he made me a liar on my podcast. Like,
And,
you better be safe by next Tuesday.
Otherwise, it's gonna be really awkward. And obviously, we're not gonna name everyone in chat, but everyone for coming out. Thank you so much.
Yes.
It's always super fun. You're the 5th panda. I just made that up. It's like the 12th
it's like
man.
this-
It's Seattle.
yeah.
Yep. Collectively, they're the 5th trash panda.
The 5th
Uh,
panda.
And so totally appreciate you guys hanging out and chatting, and we look forward to doing it again. But with that, it's Merry Christmas. It's Christmas in 2 days.
Yeah, y'all.
fucking
Happy
A.
Christmas Eve. Thank y'all for spending the night before Christmas Eve with us. That's fucking wonderful. It's so sweet.
Are you guys
Uh,
recording next week? Do you have set?
Yes.
Beautiful.
I think Phil's playing Happy Birthday to Jesus. Is that what that is?
Baby, you know it.
We're gonna wrap it up with a little Happy Birthday to Jesus tonight, y'all.
because Charles isn't here. We needed to bring that. We needed to bring that festive spirit. He's the reason for the season.
It is the birthday boy, you know. Happy birthday.
I did like that birthday boy icon on.
Dear
Oh my god, it was
Jesus.
so good.
Oh my
It
God.
was so good.
Happy
Tony, all of
birthday
them, all of them have been great for
Yeah.
tonight.
to
I
you. You're
love-
welcome. It was fun.
I love that the sleigh bells were just a little off. Like that's my fucking
They were
favorite.
never on beat.
So
Just
And
the
he
littlest
fought with
bit
that.
off.
He fought with it for hours and said nobody's gonna call me out on this shit.
I've had some time on my hands, as I've mentioned, and I was like, oh, it'd be funny to just like throw some shit over it real quick. Like I'm not gonna redo the whole thing, but I can take it and like add something on. And I was like, oh, bells, yeah, that's fine. Like I didn't try to line it up. I just like, meh, you know, we'll pretend the kids are doing it. I don't know. You know, just get it. It's Christmassy. I don't give a fuck.
No,
And
it was fucking
that was it.
perfect. Oh, it was
Green
perfect.
screen snow.
Really good.
But yeah, it was fun. Thank you guys. Sorry Charles couldn't make it after all that hard work.
Right?
So, all right. Well, everyone, go wrap your presents.
Don't forget to send us presents. You know, we're good. We're on the good list.
But I can always use more. Please don't send me any damn donuts. And that's another thing. Like even when I'm trying to do better, December is just the word. Everyone's like, here. And I just get like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll start
give
in
up on
January.
December. Right.
Motherfucker sent me 3 boxes of dots. And you in chat. I know you're here.
Yo, real talk though, Swan. If you can get cider donuts, I guess
what we're
also
talking
Phil,
about
who works at an orchard.
Amish donuts are a big thing in this area, and they're this big and they're fresh like every week. Like you just have to get there early enough. It's ridiculous. So I learned. We'll say, I was penalized for my interest in donuts during this time of year a few years ago. So the little like round, easily poppable size donuts, the powdered donuts. So we have them at work, like Tony was saying. Like people always bring in so much shit, so there's shit there. So I literally was eating way more of them than I should have. But I popped one of them in, and I, ate the whole thing. Didn't bother to bite it. With the powder, it managed to essentially like adhere itself to the roof of my mouth. So in trying to pry the donut loose, I actually tore the ligament that holds your tongue to the bottom of your mouth and actually had it rip and heard a pop. Trying to get the donut off the roof of my mouth. And I went into the dentist not that long after. And the hygienist was like, I've never seen that before. And I was like, oh,
Was
God.
this recent?
It was a couple years ago.
Okay, so I can make fun. That's what I need to know.
Like,
Like,
you're still eating donuts?
You Gene Simmons yourself?
Yeah, it was bad.
I've
Yeah,
aggressively
it was
eaten
hard.
a lot of donuts, and I've never injured myself.
I can't.
It was so bad.
I'm so glad we're still alive.
You're welcome.
Steve in
Welcome,
chat.
internet.
If
Yeah,
you need a
someone
new
can-
job, Swan.
Someone can clip that. That's yikes.
Uh-huh.
All right.
So, dude,
I
last-
gotta,
Yeah, I gotta.
I
we
gotta
gotta
go
end this.
record a song for Steph, so I gotta get it done tonight if I'm gonna get it.
And
done.
you got to wrap presents.
This song's more important right now.
Santa's got to
Gotcha.
come as well for Steph. So because she wants her presents under the tree. Ew, Phil,
That's right.
don't do that.
That's right.
Don't do that, Phil.
Uh-oh. She's in
Don't do
chat.
that.
She heard you.
Oh no, I know. She busted through the wall.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have any walls left in here.
Oh, yeah. That's what we're getting for Christmas, an open concept.
Yeah, the whole house is just gonna be. I heard you were
Anytime I-
talking about notebooks.
I love it
That's my
so
best
much.
Steph impression. That's the one I got for y'all.
I'm going to need you to work on that. You're going to workshop that one through the year. That's your New Year's
That's my
resolution.
resolution. To
Yo,
get a better Steph impression.
Fun as always. Merry Christmas to you guys. Merry Christmas to the
Yeah.
chat. I'm sure we'll all talk. I may or may not jump on Phil's stream tomorrow. I can't commit because then I get in trouble. So
I won't be there, Phil. Oh
It's
wait,
all
no.
right.
Tomorrow's your mom's stream.
Imaginary
I will
mom.
definitely be there.
Hashtag American.
Imaginary no mom.
Yeah, imaginary no mom.
dang, what did you think it was when you were like adamant that you weren't going to be there?
I don't know. Some bot
Scared
shit.
stupid. Yeah. Hey, you're about 80% of the people that are on that bot stream during the live show. So I get you, dude.
That's right.
Bye.
All right, I am ending
Bye.
broadcast. Bye.